Of tachyon interference, 100,000 kilometers to port.
Incoming.
12 contacts incoming. Well done, Grimscott. Mosher! J-Babes!
So glad the podcast is live. Warp speed ahead.
Welcome everyone to STFC Briefings. Mecha Dave, that's some impressive production value. Thank you so much. It took us ages to do so. Mad Hatter's in the house. Let's cheer out a few people. We've got 3 minutes 44 seconds. I can't believe we have a treasure train. What a way to kick off. Thank you so much for J-Babes, your 5 gifted. Lord Scaron, I can't believe they have a 5-stream streak. Virtual Army gave out 5 gifted. Thank you so much. Simon says with 10 big ones gifted as well. Thank you so much for your kindness and wonderfulness. And everyone else I missed, I'm so sorry. Mecha Dave, thank you for following. Crooked has also joined us. We do have a cast beyond cast. And we have so many things. Yes, your character did make it, Pepper. Because, you know, you are now one of the established cores and having the biggest representation of G4 in this game. We do have the icon, the franchise, the legend, the man that has a band that no one likes to listen to. Netniv is here, so don't worry about that. The community mod is still alive in some way. We also have someone requesting to jump onto the stage. Is that KJ? Is he going to make it in time? Yes, he did. KJ has made it.
It's that KJ.
KJ is here. We do love it. Thank you very much, KJ, for joining us in this time and making the time to do that. We do have Mathematician to the Stars, Sniper here as well. Loads to discuss about. We have Sojim, who's becoming brave enough to join us up here. Beached Whale is in the house as well. And Pepper's here. KJ's here. The man and the leader of the Mike Night on Sunday nights, among other nights, and now an official CCMJ hat is on the stage. And finally, the man with the absolute balanced personality of an Austrian. So never excited, never disappointed. He is the person that runs STFC.cc, but also available on STFC.phd/Quazel's Corner/ insert numbers here. We do have the green sheet legend himself, Quazel, in the house. And my God, do we have a lot to talk about and a lot of things to figure out. And I've seen so many people send me millions of things. Daystros, thank you very much for your kindness as well. Yes, we've been partnered for 4 weeks, which is very nice. Very kind, very evil. I don't know how we did it, but things do happen. There's loads to come across. We're 1 minute 34 seconds with 9 subs to go, and it's discounted as well to get us to through this level 8. So, it's never necessary, but it's there if you wish to take it. Panda Pirate's also in the house. Panda Pirate's first question that he asked, I can't answer because, well, I can't speculate. But the rest of it is Grimscott figured out that the end. Goofy with 5 gifted. Thank you so much. There's so much kindness, Goofy. One of our winners of the $100 packs. Well done, Goofy. Thing is, you need to realize at the end, I had that video on for a very long time. And that last bit has been sat there for ages, which I thought was quite funny. And then you're like, things are coming from every direction. There is a map on the stage. Interesting. Is that waves? I mean, what's happening? We'll see how that goes. Quasel is trying to respond to Killer Colombo, who is very interested in asking about the BP. There's so much to talk about as well. 30 seconds left on this level 8. Only 4 subs to go. If anyone wishes to continue it, we'll keep it going. And then after that, we can see how it is. Well, it's 35% off, so a chance to get that to a t-shirt level if we get it to 10. But we'll keep it at there for now. Thanks for everyone's generosity during this. And we shall begin.
Hey!
Oh, wow. Simon
where's the
says,
line?
thank you so much. What is the line? What is the line?
And that's the bottom line, because Cold Steve said so.
Cold Steve did say
Yeah, that's
so.
me.
That's absolutely awesome in every way possible. So, thank you so much, Virtual Army. Thank you so much, Simon says. You're both so lovely with 5 gifted. Hey, yo, Wicked. Here we go. Okay. Woo! There's a lot to talk about. I need to sort of get my breath ready for this because I was watching quite carefully as the announcements were coming out. And let's start with something basic because we all know that we can speak about it in freedom without any edging on the NDA, let's call it, which is Incursions. I mean, yeah, let's ask a G6 player. MJ Hat, did you enjoy Incursions?
I'm gonna be honest here, and this may be an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
I'm unsure. I got bored.
Oh, dude.
Bored.
Pit 2.
Come on over to the dark side of unpopular opinion, my friend. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, this is where KJ's at? No, I loved it. I loved it.
Well, yeah, exactly. It was a snooze fest because if you send people to the opposite servers, how does that work? But however, I'm going to put a G4 Legend Peppers here. As a G4 player, did you enjoy this new Incursions?
So my team, we jumped right over when it started, and we were having a blast. And like I said, most of my players I do have G6. I have some hitting level 70, whatever. I'm a little for an admiral, but they were having a blast. We were hunting. We were scanning systems. We were destroying everything. We were fighting for armadas, but that died throughout the day. You know, we were having, and it was the first time in so long that I had so many people in my alliance. Like, I am having so much fun. And so in the beginning, they were having a blast, and this was across all the G levels. Okay, this wasn't just me. I was having fun because I was clearing systems left and right. I was enjoying myself. Anytime we found one, because, you know, with the new brackets, right? Like, I can't hit over a certain level. We were just sharing targets. If it was too low, sharing targets, and we were just tag teaming it and having a blast. And then as the day went on, though, because everybody got tired of getting blown up, I guess, it did die off. And it did get boring.
It's interesting that a G6 player said boring, but a G4 player said I was having a blast for, out of 12 hours, let's say half of it, at least, ish.
Yes, at least at least for the first 4 hours, the first part, yeah, it was pretty good. I wish it would have lasted longer, and I wish that there may have been other types of events that could have kept that type of momentum going, or something that could get those, if you got burnt out with the one, go to this type of event, right? But that start, I was really proud of. Like, I mean, I had a level 70 coming around killing all the 67s I was finding, and then I had my littles who don't get to do much, right? They always feel like they can't get involved, and I'm sending them coordinates for like a level 30, like going and killing. We had a great time to start with.
Yeah, that's interesting. Before you jump in, Sojim, the one thing that the other feedback from the chat is Salty, who's very well respected in this community, especially in the private server, says Incursions was the worst experience in the game thus far, not including the gameplay problems. I couldn't engage attack players after Armada spun for about 10 or so seconds. By the time that ended, it would be in a new Armada and sped, and they warped out. True. Did I enjoy it? I will tell you my opinion. Absolutely was boring. I went, okay, I love helping my lower end players by opening bases and they can start raiding. And because the raiding was scoring, it felt like everyone was scoring in some way or another. However, it felt a bit like, well, I don't know about anybody else, but it took me forever to do the SMS of killing PvP because no one went to the system where everyone comes at the beginning of Incursions. We all do the PvP stuff. I was busy looking for players in the opposite server, and I was like, well, they'd be in my server
But I think
scoring, which is
Sorry, I
the key.
didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah,
But I think that that's what changed for this is because PvP was always horrible in our Incursions because here's your one system that you can go and hit, and nobody went. They just went to get their points and left. There wasn't really fighting. And I think for us that were active in the beginning, I said like it did die off and get boring later. But in the beginning, we were hunting everywhere, and it all counted, and it was fun. It was great, and more engaging than just like go to this one system and hope somebody shows up.
yeah, which is true. So it's nice to see the difference in sort of experiences with here as well. So Jim, do you want to just get your points, and we'll go to Sniper after this, and then we'll go Ender Sword as well. So Jim?
So it's good that they infused a way for the lower players to engage in it.
Okay.
It's good to hear that Ghost Pepper had a blast with it. I'm glad for that. The downside, I think, is they cut the fun off of the higher end. I'm 71. I've got an alliance. I'm in the same line for CCP, Captain Chris Pipes. We've got players going all the way down, I think, to the 40s. So we do have, a good spread. And it's personally, I abstained from it. The only thing I literally did was kill one invader sitting outside a teammate's base.
Yeah.
But I purposely withdrew from it because they need to see numbers. And if they're seeing that everybody is still begrudgingly fooling with it, even though my personal opinion is it was a pile of dog excrement, then they're gonna think it's okay and they're gonna continue with it. But if they see, okay, well, we've got the Incursions to where now the lower end players are engaging, but our higher end players are disengaging, it's like a trade-off. And I don't know if that's a trade-off they would really want.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
adding in the events, I think would be good, but taking away the rating, or even just doing an adjustment on it, rating itself, the resources don't need squat to, 60s and 70s, but, having an adjustment on it would be great. So,
yeah, that's absolutely correct. Oh, Green Tea with 20 stream streak. Before you jump on, Cookie, I've got to give Sniper his moment, then Beach Whale, and then we'll come to you. So the thing that people have to realize is like they've got to find a balance. I thought it was boring, and my alliance are quite keen on scoring. So if you can't even see the scoring level like updating in real time. Yeah, which is a problem, right, Quasel? You can't even tell like, okay, one more armada and I can equalize, or, two more armadas and I can do something, and everyone gets like really excited and we're all chasing it. But also, and the scoring, Rucker, is absolutely spot on. It does not count correctly at all. But it's interesting to see that they've balanced it one way where we got G4 now looking forward to it, which is great. So maybe the combination of the two where armadas do score as well as raiding does score, so that you've got two sets of different points. You just got to balance the points out. Maybe that's the solution at the end. And Kakron Dizzle says they should bring back the OG armadas, the OG incursions, and make this a separate crossover server event 2 weeks after normal incursions, for example. There's so many different ways to achieve this. I know they probably tried to do it one way, but they've gone way too far one way. I don't know who came up with the idea, but there's got to be a balance somewhere. However, raiding always overcounted, which is why maybe docked materials would be the scoring mechanism you'd use that would make it work. We have so
but
many.
You can't do that.
Yeah. And Quasel, your thoughts before I go to people on the stage.
Yeah.
Go on, Quasel.
Lostin brought a good point today up why docking might not work, because can they distinguish if I raided the enemy or just grab the bite from my friend to dock it in my base? And that's a very good point you brought up, because we're very creative circumventing any scoring they invent. And I think before we're discussing about what should score or how, I mean, they could even rotate it every month, be it differently. But first, it all won't matter if we don't see scoring properly, if we don't see the real numbers that score, because nobody can tell me that 2 to 4K scores with 2,000 server players, and I don't know 500 players interacting. That's an average of what? 5 points per player, and the player kill is 6 points. So something was off. Fix the tech, because the most frustration I've heard all day in RAS, which is very proud to win all the incursions, and we did
you and
again. I don't know how,
IRS.
but we did.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but those are very dedicated players, and they all were very frustrated, not by the scoring, because they weren't happy with it, but let's see, let's try. But then attacking players, oh no, he's at the other end of the systems.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I can attack him after the Armada. I mean, if we should do PvP, then give us at least the option to do so, and not have the game bugging around. And then we can talk about what should score or not.
Yeah, true. I mean,
That's my feel.
Phantom Early says IRS rules, and I can't believe I'm about to say these words. Lost in his right. Oh, God. Someone just never tell him that he actually came up with a logical thing like that. Sniper, your thoughts, sir?
Yeah, so, I wanted to give, although I did not like the concept right from the beginning, right? I wanted to give the, this new version of Incursions a try, right?
Yes.
So I didn't abstain for it, even though, in my better judgment and in hindsight, maybe I should have. But I wanted to give it, a benefit of a doubt. The trouble was, and as I said, in the private server, it was bad in both design and execution, right, on multiple levels. Yes, I agree with you. It was a snooze fest from our perspective, and we're a server that's very, very active in incursions normally, and have a very high win record. Right, we take incursions very seriously.
Yeah.
On our server, in fact, we have close to a 90% win ratio.
Wow.
And that's with accounting for even some losses we inherited from merger, right?
Yes.
So yes, we take it very seriously. I think now there's a couple of new servers that got added, so the numbers are a little skewed. But we were the top 4 most highest winning record in the world on incursions, right, in our server. So I think now we're like number 5 or something, or 6, because some new Apex servers got added with like 1 win on STFC.pro. But so you could see we take it very, very seriously. And so we gave it a try. I tried it both from the defense and the offense perspective, right? So I tried staying on our server and trying to go after people, who were trying to do armadas, and then I tried it from the perspective, okay, let's us do armadas and see how that goes. And honestly, it was just really boring, and it had lots of problems. As was mentioned, at first, when I was seeing a few people, and really there was only a handful of people on the other server even trying to do armadas at first, and we couldn't hit them at all. Either they were cloaked, which is something that is troubling, or
critical.
Even when they were uncloaked, or even after they did the armada, which automatically uncloaks you because you attack, you couldn't attack them because whatever bugs, I'll call them, unintended features, whatever we want to call them at this point. Like after they did the armada, it still showed them as being in the armada.
Oh God.
And it would say you can't attack this person, they're in an armada. And by the time you could possibly attack them, they were able to easily either go into the next armada and speed it, or they were able to warp out of the system. So realistically, they came in cloaked, so you can hit them. They did their armada, which uncloaks you automatically because you attacked, and then you still couldn't hit them. It was like there was no point even trying to defend, because you literally couldn't do anything. And then hardly anybody showed up, right? Like we did tons of armadas uncontested, right? There was no battling. We were actually literally getting to a point where posting stuff in GC just so people would find us and try and attack us so we can have some PvP. Like it got to that bad of a level. We were like begging people to come attack us. Just so we could have some interaction. And and then I'll say the scoring, Nigel, just just 1 second. The scoring, in my opinion, invalidates the whole thing. Right?
Yeah, agreed.
I don't care about that statement that they say, oh, we have the scoring in the back end. It's just a visual client thing. No, the Incursion is a competition.
Yes.
With competition, you need real-time scoring so that people can make decisions based on the score.
Agreed.
Hey, are
100%.
we down a little and need to rally? Are we, up a lot and need to play defense and make sure they don't score? Like, you need to interact and make
Agreed.
real-time decisions based on the score. It doesn't matter that they're supposedly keeping it correctly on the back end. That means nothing. It's something like, oh, I'm just gonna like imagine you were playing basketball, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know what sport anyone plays. I'm just throwing out basketball because it's a sport that you score a lot in.
Yeah.
Right? The scores are pretty high. Imagine they were like, okay, you can have one basketball team play in one stadium. You can have another basketball team play in another stadium, and you're gonna have a umpire who's gonna watch both and keep track of score, but not let you know what the score is. And at the end, they'll tell you who won.
Yeah.
Like who would play a game like that? Nobody, right?
Well, you don't know what you're doing. Like even in a soccer game, that is, do you equalize? Do you go for it? Do you do the things that you need to do? Ferry brought up a very good point as well. Ferry is very well respected in the private server. He says all they need to do is go back to the old system, tweak the scoring to score PvP higher, rating lower. The whole Armada concept is flawed, both with cloaking speed ups, as you said. That's not including the plugs. Cookie, I'm going to give you your moment because you're leaking a lot of noise, and then we'll move on. Cookie, go ahead. Cookie.
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
No, go.
No, I mean, at least on our server, between us and 17, we really didn't have any issues finding targets. Between me and Ender, we were slaughtering people left and right.
Okay.
The biggest flaw was we couldn't, the scoring metric was just off.
Yes. Yeah.
We couldn't tell exactly because between me and Ender, we killed about 400 and some people.
Yeah.
And
wow.
By scoring metric, that should have been 2,400, and we only had 3,400 as a server.
Yeah, I mean, the score isn't correct, which is why everyone seems to have won. But also, a few good points here brought into the chat as well, because I want to make sure that people get listened to, is that, King Gaza says, why can't they make Incursions decided by the best of 3 or 5 events? Because it requires 5 events. I'm just going to say that first. And we need to get 1 right before we put 5 up. If just throwing that caveat in there. So the server that win with the most server leaderboard, 1 server, most rated material, PvP kills, Armada damage done, 1 event G. Well, the thing is, I mean, you guys seem like you had a whale of a time, excuse the pun, but I'm like, I waited for ages going, I can't sit here for an hour and not see a single person to hit in Klingon space. This is not how Incursions is. I want to go find a base. I want to get my lower players loads of RS. Like, Pepper probably enjoyed that part of it, which was a lot of fun and getting people to raid and open it. Right, Pepper?
Oh, sorry, and didn't mean to cut you off, but there's also now a different caveat when you think about it, because I too loved the rating aspect of it, because the amount of RSS I could get in rating when I could hit and raid at level 72 base or swarm in like on those winning bases, I can't do that anymore. I am limited now. The highest I can hit is a level 57. What the non-things I can't say because I don't know what's censored here can I hit to get something to score enough to matter? If then with this new block in that, I'm limited in what I can actually help now in the rating aspect of it. The rating still becomes a whale event at this point.
Yeah, true. And Beach Whale.
Ghost Pepper, nothing is censored here. We love you.
Yeah, except KJ winning. Beach Whale, the floor is yours, buddy. We'll go to Abs after that.
So from my Alliance's opinion and the server, as far as I can tell, it was an absolute snooze fest.
Yeah.
You missed it completely removed the fun of Incursions, where you have an entire system filled with attackers and defenders trying to raid that one giant base. You got your low levels doing the raiding. You got your high ops trying to kill everybody. that's the most active my voice disc is on my Discord.
Yeah.
During that, it was all gone. Most people just logged off for the day and went and did other stuff.
Yeah,
it was horrible.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Abs, do you want to jump on and your thoughts, buddy?
Sure. I played with two perspectives. I have an Ops
Ooh.
37 account,
Ooh.
and I have an Ops 72.
Interesting.
On the 72, it was very much a snooze fest from the point of view that we just sat in G6 space and did our own thing. We ran our own armada, sped it instantly. Nobody could stop it. And that was it all day. We have 300 plus that we could all run. And we spent most of the day waiting for the spawn of these armadas.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. And that's the problem. It's the waiting part of it. Endersword,
Yep.
always well respected, got a fantastic YouTube channel. Make sure that we can pin it, NetNav or MJ Hat in Twitch. Endersword, your thoughts now. You've heard what Abs said. And Abs, I'll come back to you as well. Endersword, what do you think?
Yeah, I think both him and kind of Cookie hit it on that there was a lot to do if you wanted to find it, but then the activity was never where it was supposed to be. So the majority of kills, and I got, about like say 350 kills, they were in like territory because it was territory day.
Yeah.
Like for the third star. So it had nothing to do with the event. It was just you could be on the other server and hit their territory while people were trying to fight for it. But the biggest thing is people will always optimize the fun out of stuff if it's set wrong. And the optimal strategy was to go to the other server and do what Ab said, which is just sit in the G6 system and start solos. Every 90 seconds, you're going to get 15 points.
Yeah.
Even I was the #1 killer. I only killed someone once every 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So I would have to kill someone every 20 seconds to equal the number of points you get from one armada.
Yeah.
So it's not optimal to do. The biggest mistake they made was
Dr.
telling
Orange.
both servers to go to the other server.
Yeah, yeah. Which is ridiculous.
So stupid.
Well, it's ridiculous.
Because then you're not fighting over the same area. If you were fighting in the same spot, because the whole point of picking Klingon armadas too was to limit it so that there's only so many places, a finite number of places you could go, and then you would want to go to those places and fight over it. But then you told each other to ignore each other and go to the other person's server, which is silly. And then I also think they forgot that the Ceres invasion space, which is like 30 systems, are all Klingon armadas. So again, it reduced competition. But it was suboptimal. If I tried to sit on my server and defend it, every 90 seconds, I'm giving up 15 points to maybe get 6 points. And then because of the bugs, I'm not even getting the 6 points.
Yeah.
So, I think switching back to the old rating is not the best, but the thing that they're trying to recreate is having a point that people are fighting over.
Yes.
And having a static point that is not perpetual. So like a base rate is good for like 30 minutes or an hour or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it kind of gets drained or whatever. The armadas are good, but they're quick. They can be sped up. You can cloak in them. They're nothing to fight over. They need to find something else that is like a go here. It's active for like an hour. You can fight over it for an hour on the same server, and then it will move and move and move, or something like that.
Yeah.
And someone brought up the scoring too. It's when our Incursions first launched, the PvP damage scoring was probably about 1/3 of people's total score.
Yeah.
Because back then, 1 trillion in a base was big.
Yes.
And and then ships were like 10 times smaller. Now the ships are 10 times bigger, but the amount of resources in a base is 1,000 times bigger. A quadrillion is not even big anymore. So they need to like 100x the PvP damage and whatever. But we found as much as you could individually find stuff to do, we've got like a Discord set up as like a server incursion thing. No one's spoken it all day. There was no reason to coordinate with anyone. It was anti-teamwork because, of course, people are usually like start armadas and then wait for 6 people to join. Well, no, you just start the armada and speed it up and go.
Yeah.
So it's dumb. The other thing which people complained about in my alliance was, of course, Scopely did the Scopely thing of incursions require armadas, so let's run an armada SLB the day before.
Oh yeah,
right?
that's
They always do that.
yeah, huge major error in sort of organization with that one. But you bring up a good point, because as at your levels that now we go back to abs, because there is a few people that have said different things. Crisito says, well, they're making it for the bigger player base, so rather than just top 25%. But also he says, what stops people from going and raiding the bases anyway? And Crisito, the answer to that is there's no reward for it. Like, the rewards on the SLB SMS is not great enough to do so. And also, when you get raiding scoring the way it did, it like the lower players were so fussed about this RS that the bigger players were like, I'm going to crack the biggest pace possible. That's your win. And the lower players is like, I'm going to scoop as much as possible. That's their win, which makes it exciting. In the Armada side, you've sent people on the opposite servers for, well, I don't think if one server can handle that many people. So I would have thought you'd give that server a huge amount of gigabyte space or whatever and make it happen. But Abs, your experience from the 72 was that. Now, your experience from the 37, what was that like?
Well, having both available to me, I did spend some time with the 37, and I ran some Armadas. Limited number of speed ups, so there's a few that I let run.
Yeah.
I had a 41 come and blow me up, and the other people in the alliance couldn't touch him because they weren't high enough, or they weren't in the banding. Prevented engagement.
Oh my!
That was one of the biggest complaints that I had in that alliance. That is mainly G5 players and some G4. I'm at the very low end of that.
That's interesting.
So
yeah,
and to speak to kind of that commonality of a place, I don't know why they need. If they just said engage in these systems, it would allow better interaction, and you don't have to go over to the other server. Also, if you had something a little bit more confined, I don't know, our set of servers didn't have a whole lot of people seemingly engaged. But if you had this, say, in the exchange area, and all had to run exchange armadas, everybody has so many exchange directives.
And loads of people would benefit from it. I mean, the problem is Ender Sword brought it up right, Sniper brought up the same. You're sending people to the opposite side. So for all the people, you need to create PvP moments. To create PvP moments, which is why raiding worked, because people would find bases in either server, and you'd score in either server, depending on what it is, and you'd have points, exactly the same. If they could handle everyone going to one server and they just upgrade that one server heavily for that 12-hour period and be able to handle that, it'd be amazing. Retrieving says Incursion should be a mini Veil instance of territories. Both servers port into one territory map, and you have to move your bases in every hour. 5 territories go up, and you score points for each thing. You can also keep armadas going. That's another great idea. But the problem with all these ideas requires coding, regards organizing, them doing stuff. And also, if you do only a 12-hour period, you're going to limit people. You need more people to score. But then the big whales will end up contributing too much. Which is quite interesting to hear the G4s, and even Abs with his G3, he was enjoying it more from that level, but also because no one can hit him as well, which I think is quite interesting. Yes, Pepper.
Well, I mean, that's always fun. But again, I go back to the same point that we keep trying to limit the wrong things. Like, by all means, bring rating back into it, maybe not have the same weight. I did enjoy the PvP a lot more. My problem, though, is the way that they cut it down to where I can't hit 10 levels above completely limits what I'm capable of doing, because I might be small, but I can punch up. If we get a raid, if raiding comes back, I can't help raid anything. It's going to fall into a whale category. I completely agree that the way we adjusted the levels down, right? The 10 levels down, that limit makes sense to me. I don't think it makes sense leveling up. And if we're going to make incursions into something that's going to work, I think we're looking at the wrong things that we're limiting.
Yeah, interesting.
Google how much time left on timer?
Sorry. Yeah. So
you have a time?
Oh yeah, no, that's Beats Whale ordering his food. I'm joking.
Nigel, I have an idea.
Oh my God, Blue Mandalorian, ladies and gentlemen, an official CC, which means his ideas are suspect. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, in terms of what I was heard talking about the lack of engagement with the incursion.
Yeah.
I think what Incursions is missing is a Incursions exclusive activity.
Yes.
That people need to look forward to engage with. Like if it's 24/7, it's not special during Incursion Day. It's just Tuesday. So if it's exclusive to it, then it's there. I would say maybe something like maybe Open Armada based, but like in the middle of everything. And like no dark space, everyone gets to see the Coliseum, like a couple systems, and it's just kind of like there could be like like the Open Armadas, there could be goblin hostiles that people have to chase after, like while dodging people trying to kill them.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, where everyone can see it in the open too, where that's I think that's important for I understand the dark space in terms of like the risque of what's in there and everything, but at the same time, if everyone gets a view, a little more engaging, I would say, for the incursion of like, oh wow, look at what's happening here.
Well, it does sound like arenas. Master Viper says they have to do is up the limit because you can hit the whale, but they can't hit you back, which makes it. But Mufasa says, who's a G3 legend, G3, great Mufasa, great stream as well. He's like, towards the end there were issues on his server. We couldn't transfer to and from the opposing server. The main thing is we couldn't play it properly because the score wasn't happening live. That's the main. I reckon if the scoring was really close, like Sniper says, Sniper, you'd attack it. You'd go, oh my God, I need to go find an epic. Let me find a secret epic, right? Sniper?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if the scoring was accurate and it was close, you'd be like, all right, we better go try and hit the the highest point scoring thing, right, and go into that space, and maybe that would have drawn a lot of people in that space, and then a lot of people to defend that space.
Yeah.
And it would have led to some engagement. But the way it is, no, it's not.
That's the
I-
problem.
Yeah,
That's the problem with the crossing part is it wouldn't do that because you're on two different servers. If you saw you were behind, you would want to go score the most points you can.
Yes.
The most points you can would never be defending.
No, of course not. And
That's the problem. Whereas if they put you on the same server, that we both needed to go grab an epic one, and they are in the same, like the Klingon 70 epics are only in one spot.
Yes.
So if that's what people wanted to do, then you'd get conflict. But the fact is, if I'm behind, the last thing I would do is engage in PvP.
No, of course
I'm going to go do something else. So that was a big problem. And just to jump in on, and I think people are trying to come up with an idea of like, what are we going to fight over?
Yeah.
And I think we know from some past events, they're capable of creating like nodes that somebody could mine, like they did for the, what was it, like the Phlox event where you had to go mine rare specimens or something. If they had something like that where like certain systems became active throughout the day and there were like 6 nodes in there that you mined at the same rate with any ship, then it would create something where people could fight over those resources. And it, because I think we're looking for a king of the hill mechanic in multiple systems at once. So like one would be too much because it's just everyone's same place. But like at any given time, there's 5 to 10 systems that people are fighting over, and you would jockey between them to see which ones you could control and how long you could control it. That's what raiding was essentially doing. And like it's out in the open. Like the raiding was very rarely in dark space. It was always in public. So people could see the situation, assess, coordinate how they want it to move people around.
Yeah.
I think that would be the way to go.
Yeah, true. I mean, it could be
That
a thing.
sounds
So,
kinda
Jim,
like,
what do you think? So, Jim, go ahead.
Well, what you just described then just sounds kind of like a territory 2.0, doesn't it? It's like the next
Basically,
evolution
yeah,
of that.
it's like a capture map. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
interesting.
which
Yeah, go ahead.
which you
So,
know is
Jim.
a good thing, but it's almost like Scopely shoots themselves in the foot over and over, as opposed to making. So they needed to do something with Incursions. We all agree with that, right?
Yeah.
So as opposed to making an adjustment or 2 adjustments, getting the data from it and seeing how it works, they said, we're going to take Incursions, we're going to ball this up, throw it in the trash can, and we're going to come up with something brand new and call it Incursions. So I don't know how they can actually get accurate data when they really have nothing to compare it to, because this was Incursions in name only.
Yeah.
In actuality, it was a brand new event.
Yeah.
So I would say they need, they've got this data, and it sounds like they got some good data in the fact that it did encourage the lower player base to engage.
Yeah.
I mean, we heard that from
Pepper. Yeah, and even
thank you.
Abs.
Yeah, we heard that from Pepper. So now they need to go back, make some adjustments. And hey, here's a novel idea.
Yeah.
We don't all have to compete in the same field in incursions. So why not have different fields than the best of two fields, say rating, say armadas, and you could even go with like research and that for a third category. That way, people like Pepper who did really good in armadas, she can focus in her category. Those of us in the higher end, yeah. So
I
there's a
actually
lot of
didn't
ways.
do good in the Armadas. I did way better in the PvP. The Armadas I thought were a wash, but I agree with you as long as they bracket it.
Yeah, but I think Sojim's come up with the idea. The thing that we need to go away from is coding something completely brand new. Because something completely brand new is a no-no. The way is, how can we adjust this so it works back to what we loved?
And
So,
they could run that as 3 events running at the same time, and at the end of it, the server with the best of 2 or 3 say they did 3 categories or 3 fields, the best of 2 wins the incursion. That way, you're not negating anybody's ability to participate. They can pick whichever field they're going to be able to contribute or compete in the most, and you're not having to single out or alienate any group of people. So
I'm curious though.
I'd be willing to try that.
Just let me call you out, guys.
If XSLB placement was part of the scoring for incursions, what would you guys think about that?
Yeah.
If someone's server got the top 5 places, that would be a big score win.
Yes.
On the incursion.
Yeah, I think things like that are quite open. But that's the thing. People are talking about open this system, territories falling everywhere, things fall around. And then the most important thing you need to figure out is we need to find within the framework and the templates that we have within the game to be able to create something that we'd say, we would love an incursions. We love raiding. So please bring back raiding, right? The change in raiding has to be Sigma has to get introduced. So whenever they decide to introduce Sigma raiding in some way where you're able to pull a little bit of the Sigma out, that'll be a win. However, until that moment comes, make raiding. However, raiding's always going to outscore PvP no matter how big the PvP points you give. So docked materials becomes an option, but however, as Lost In mentioned through Quasel, is that docked materials from, they've got to code it so it comes specifically from an opposite server base, which becomes a whole different issue, or you don't allow anyone to, you block base raiding within your own server, and you can only raid your opposite server base. So that stops that scoring from doing that.
You could do it. So if you raise the amount of PvP damage points, you could create a situation where killing an amalgam basically canceled out a huge amount of the points. So the idea is if you sent your amalgam out rated, you get those points. But if I kill your amalgam and I also get 40 billion points, then that would be like, it would basically accomplish what you're doing without
even out.
With code a new thing. Because I could see the docking thing being hard, but if you're basically, the idea is you should be rewarded for defending. And right now you're not, because someone scooping is worth way, 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 way more than defending. But if you just made it so that defending and killing them, if somebody was just sacrificing ships to get the resources, then they would end up losing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of the way to balance it without making a new feature.
And Rizzbreaker, I do agree with you. Yeah, having a whole arena system would be good. Sniper, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think here's the thing, and I kind of agree with a statement that Sojin said, which is, functionally, if you change it too much, you just need to create a new event then, because it's not incursion, right? Incursion is going on the other server, battling with them, raiding their bases. Like that's what incursion is, right?
Yeah.
That's what it has been. That's what it should be. If you want to create a brand new event and call it something brand new, call it, cross server Armada RLB, then create an event for that, right? But that's not what Incursions is. It's not what it should be. It's, in my opinion, a terrible idea and should just end in all its forms as in that form of Incursion. I get that some people liked it. I don't believe, although I don't have all the data, that's universal. I think a few servers had more active people who were doing more trying to it, right?
Yeah.
And I think that will die off over time also, by the way. Right? Just like when Ghost Pepper was saying, she's like, oh, the first 3 or 4 hours it worked and that died off. I think it's going to die off more and more over time. People are going to get bored with it. Even our server, we had a lot more people at start, and then people start dropping off. Like, yeah, I've used my directives, or I don't care about this anymore, or I don't want to do this, and it will happen, right? Because people will burn their directives. So let's say this continues for the next year, right?
Yes.
Over time, people are going to burn their directives. Sure, they'll gain new directives, but not to the levels we have now, right? Like, so this is going to work, for people for another 2-3 incursions, and then all of a sudden they'll be down to just the directives they can earn in a month, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
And the amount of free to play directives you'll have is enough for like an hour of gameplay, and then you're done, right?
True.
So it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be engaging. So, in my opinion, they need to scrap the idea. They need to bring back incursions to being incursions. And we're talking about coding things. They don't need to necessarily. I mean, I have a ton of ideas. I've shared some of them before, and how you can make incursions supremely better. But they could just do some simple things. If you don't want to say, oh, they can't code new things. Okay, fine. You don't have to. You can make some very simple changes. Like was talked here, like Ender mentioned, you can, increase the PvP score to kind of more not make the rating be, so much a difference maker, or one whale be getting rated be such a difference maker, right?
Yeah.
You can improve the performance. You can add Sigma rating as a scoring mechanism and as a possible thing you could do with the CT. You can fix the I forget, the blinking red system so it actually works properly.
Oh God, yeah.
When someone because as we all know, there's major delay in that. Like just that simple fix would actually make it more enticing from a PvP perspective, because as soon as someone is being raided by 50 people on the server, you would see the system blinking red, and all of a sudden, boom, you can send all your defenders there, right?
Yeah.
And then if the PvP scoring was proper, you're defending that base could give you as much a score as raiding that base. So it's now becomes a fight, right? It becomes a fight for that score. So these are little things. These are little things that you can do. You don't have to rechange the whole system and do a whole new thing, right? You could just do these little things, and they would go a huge way to improving, I think, what most people would think about, incursions. Sigma rating, performance being better.
Yeah.
Improve the rewards. By the way, especially the awards for winning.
Yeah.
Give out.
Well,
give out
that would be a whole other thing then.
Give out Sigma Trit, right? There's so many things that they can do that are simple, very little, if any, coding changes required, and keep incursions to the pure way that incursions work. Create events that encourage people to go
and
do
reward the
specific
events,
things, and reward those events, so people are like, oh wow, I really want to do this. I'm gonna get this like big reward. I better go to these 5 or 10 sets of systems and go fight the other server for this thing, because I could do it. And if I have tons of ideas, Nigel, so I'm happy to share like all the ideas.
I think that's great, though, because
it should only be me. There's tons of people on this panel and in the community who have tons of great ideas.
Yeah.
Like, so I have probably like 10 ideas. I'm sure out in the community, there's probably hundreds of ideas.
Oh
that
yeah,
would be great,
definitely.
That could be done. And I think they just took an idea that, in my opinion, very few players would say, "Oh, this was a great idea," right?
Yeah.
I
have no idea.
They with it and completely changed the event.
Yeah, it's genuinely a situation where I was like, "What?" I don't know who thought of it, but let me call out the next person, because I want to give Quasel his time before we go to a few legends in Crisito and things like that. But the main thing is that it's not about fixing this, because what's interesting about this panel is you've heard opposite sides of the scale of what people think. The G4s, G5s, G3s even are going, yeah, cool, but they still miss the raiding aspect of it. While you've got the G7 saying, well, it's really boring. I don't want to sit in a system forever and wait for things. I would rather be engaging in PvP and start hitting things. And then people will go, well, do I want to repair these ships nonstop and waste a lot of Sigma trit, which we're all struggling with? Quasel, you said you had an idea other than the scoring
Yeah.
becoming an issue. Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Sniper just said it because nobody said it beforehand. Give us rewards people care about, and that
Yes.
drives engagement. Because people will go through the shittiest mechanic, sorry,
Yeah.
but it's like it is, if the rewards are kind of worth it. So give us a bigger carrot on the stick, and you will see people doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
yes, we will never come to an agreement which version is the best, because one hates raiding, the other loves it, like you said.
Yeah.
Great ideas. They could do a mix of a lot of ideas, like balance the scoring and have different stuff. So, but first, give us better rewards and fix the tech, because everything else kind of then
Well,
sorts
and
itself.
also Little Tim helps you with this one, as well as I can see that Nisseria 213 says their Ops 34 account has 88,500. Top Gunner, thanks for your resubscription. 88,500 incursion coins. Jesus Christ, that is so many. But Little Tim said, well, right now people are engaging because they're intrigued, not because this is great. They're just going, oh, let me try this out. And then what ends up happening, Lost In, I think, said it on a Dr. Iron Chef stream. He just went, oh, okay. Well, after 15 minutes, I got bored. Sorry, and Nisria on his Op 72 account has got 88,500. And the original intent, yes, and I'll give you a second, Netniv. The original intent of Incursion is being invading and having a full no holds barred attack was the reason that Pepper loved it at the beginning when no one else liked them. We can get some if they get activity with those simple changes, scoring and rewards. They just got to balance the scoring. They went way too far left field, and they could have just gone a little bit easier that way. Netniv, thoughts? G6 player.
I'm probably going to be one who probably shouldn't give that many. And hi, Jess. That many thoughts, because he said hi. She said hello.
Yeah. Oh, God. Let's stop the stream just to say hi. No, I'm kidding. Keep going. Wow, Lost In with 10
thanks,
gifted.
Lost In.
Thanks, Lost In. Love you.
I'm doing both. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm a little different in my position, because I actually spent most of the incursions either dealing with one of our admin things or CC related stuff, because obviously, as Quasar's already alluded to, nobody liked the scoring, everybody was complaining about it, and we were trying to, pass that information backwards and forwards as we could. And so I spent most of my incursions just doing that. It's just mostly admin work. I didn't actually go and invade or anything. The players on my alliance didn't really have a lot to say about it. It was just what it was, and I think half of them were like, can you bring back raiding, because I missed the raiding part of it, because some of the smaller ones could score more points, and there is a massive difference in the points that we were getting, so it feels like a big difference and a big change in a way, but I don't think it is. But the scoring not working definitely didn't help. So
which is critical. I mean,
was there?
Yeah, you've even
was
got
there
Little
an event
Tim
that would draw admin stuff to go and do something? If there had been something that's like, oh no, you could get this really great reward if you go and do it, I'd have been like, you know what, some of the admin stuff can wait. I'm going to go and do incursions. But there was absolutely nothing to draw me away from the boring admin things to go and do incursions, because it was equally as,
Yeah, as admin-y as everything is. But Little Tim brings up that. He's like, also, I know they had some scoring display issues, but that was, in capital letters, important, because people looked for real-time results for their efforts. So if you PvP, you don't see the score, you move. It's very disheartening because you didn't know where you're back or forward with everything that happens. Crisito, you've jumped in. What are your thoughts, other than wanting KJ to win all marbles? What else is your thoughts there?
Well, I think it's interesting, right? So if you look at the two versions of Incursion, outside of rating scoring, right? Which again, a whale could come in, ruin it for one side or the other, right? at the end of the day, the two versions that they've run are pretty much the same thing. The people that want to raid for whatever reason, whether it's because they want to go raid to get the resources or go raid to get the leaderboard, okay, nothing stopped them. You can still go do that.
Yeah.
Now it's like, yeah, but I'm not scoring any points in there. Okay, so if, for instance, you have 20 quadrillion versus 12 quadrillion.
Yeah.
Okay. Or you have 1,000 versus 1,200.
Perception.
Does it really matter at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Other than just perception, right? But it's the same.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, that's kind of why it's interesting now. Outside of taking rating out of the scoring, it's the same event, right? The rewards are pretty much the same rewards we got before. And so I think it's weird where I didn't expect for there to be any more engagement or any less engagement than what was run when we were doing raiding. The people that were going to raid are still going to raid, and the people that didn't raid aren't going to raid.
Yeah.
Right? If we want PvP like it is, cool, go crack a base, because that's why, right? You go crack a base, and your littles are going to go in there and raid the heck out of it. Why? For their RSS and for their leaderboard. And then if you want to go PvP it and defend it, it's going to start glowing. Guess what? You go start blowing up ships for it. So I think that's the part to kind of look back a little bit of. It just feels like it didn't really run well because the number of points aren't in the quadrillions and they're now in the thousands. But it's the same event.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree.
Over.
Do you know what's really funny? Osu on Twitch says he really enjoyed it, and he was saying he was stopping loads of armadas from running, loads of things. 45 seconds left, 4 subs. Loads of armadas running, and he really enjoyed it. Asking what ops level he is, 42. It sounds like we've got a huge disconnect between what the lower levels are and the mid ops are compared to the top levels are, and they want something else. And Zebel, for example, yeah.
Well, I was going to say, right? So if I would ask the chat, right? For the bigs, right? Like us, right? What do we do in incursions, right? Because we're sure as heck not going to raid, right? I don't go in raid. Now, maybe I'm the oddball, but I don't go in raid.
Yeah.
Why? Because I don't need the raiding. And other than just to put up points, I guess. But the reason I would go and engage in incursions was to go blow up ships and defend or do whatever it is, right? Or crack bases.
Yeah.
So for the bigs, we have a different agenda why we want to go play it versus what the lowers do, right? The lowers are raiding because they want the stuff that's useful to them. For us, we want to just go bang ships around just because that's the fun part, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the part, like I said, and I know Snipers came back with, that it's a different event. Yes, fundamentally, I guess, if you want to, take the words and all that. But if you step back a little bit and go at a 30,000 foot view, it's the same event.
It's
well,
not though.
But they shifted the focus of it though.
Yeah,
like the
no
focus before was the rating, and so that was the focus of what the majority of the players did.
Yeah.
They weren't necessarily going for the RSS because all the 60s and 70s, all of us, we don't care about it. But it's the win, it's the prestige. Going back to what Sniper said, his server is one of the higher end with the wins. I'm on 33. We're one of the higher wins on the wins as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, the events kind of are the same, Posito, but they shifted the focus of it.
Yeah.
Like what I proposed earlier is not to focus on either one. It's to give both viewpoints something that they can both focus on. And then you have, a way to determine the win based off of both scoring metrics.
Yeah, I think, and I don't know who brought it up. I think the one thing that they could have done was take the leaderboard, because they do it with the other ones, right? Coda had it, and these other ones, right? Where you have those SLBs where they score. If you finish one, it's 100,000 or whatever. If they took that and put that as a mechanic, like, yes, you could, exclude the rating piece because that's going to get done as through the SLBs. But if you have your server take the top 10 slots, then that's, 1,000,000 points or whatever it is. That would help out because they are cross leaderboards anyways.
Yeah.
And if you use those as scoring mechanic, that would probably be a better way to do it.
Yeah.
But again, I think outside of the scoring, it's the same mechanics, if you will, right? They just focused it around.
Just let me
think
call
that's
you.
the part I would dispute is
Yeah.
it's not the same mechanics because it's not a teamwork mechanic now. So like what you described with the rating was as the big player, my job is to fight, defend, crack the bases, whatever. So all day I'm getting messages from lower players who are scouting systems and looking for things. And they say, hey, come kill this guy, come crack this base, or our raid is getting attacked, come defend me, whatever. So it's very teamwork, whereas this Armada thing is everyone went and did their own individual thing, and nobody needed to ever call anyone for help. Like if your Armada got attacked, it's too late. Like it's not, you just moved to a different system or something. So like there's no point defending, there's no point coordinating. So I think that's like a big part of the difference is like we would have spreadsheets of like bases, like we'd have teams that were like the scout team that would put on a spreadsheet every quadrillion plus base they found, and then they'd look at it every hour and like look for somebody's shield drop it, like stuff like that. This was just everyone went and started their own thing. No one talked to each other. No one had to coordinate. Like it's a very different mechanic from that sense.
True. Let's give KJ his moment as well, please. KJ, go ahead.
Thanks, Nigel. Hey, I don't really have too much of an opinion on actually incursions. I did what Sniper wanted to do, and I did not log in during incursions, so they did not get my metrics. You're very welcome, everyone.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you for that.
However, I do want to caution the panel to Scopely. We tell them all the time that they've got to make changes to events. They've got to increase rewards. They've got to make it more valuable. They've got to do X, Y, and Z. That also means that they have the ability, and they should have the ability, to change metrics. If they want to make Crucible of War a rotating FKR, 1 week it's Federation, 1 week it's Klingon, 1 week it's, Romulan, that is acceptable. For them to change an event, for them to change the focus, just because it's called incursions, doesn't mean that it has to be the same thing every time.
Yeah.
Right? It's got we tell them they've got to adapt for us, but sometimes we've got to adapt for them.
Which is very, very fair and very, very reflective what it is. And I think with incursions is we could go around in circles regarding it as well. And that's the thing. There's loads of people with loads of great ideas on how they could fix it. But it's interesting that from everyone's point of view is to see that actually from this panel, especially the G4s, the G5s have been actually praising it, which is very interesting, while anyone in the upper echelons from G6 onwards to G7, even Ben Sai, I can see that he's moving up to 66 in 115 days. It is a very different aspect of the game. Try and balance it will be their thing, and I think Ferry brings up a good point. He says what Cruzito's saying is kind of okay, but it's all about the behavioral changes that people have. And then when incursions launch, we just wanted to have a war where it's like there's some points to win, some points to lose. We're all in one place. We're all battling. We're all trying to do things. And that was the thing. So we got the opinions from the G3s, the G4s, the G5s, G6s, and the G7s, which is very important for Scopely to hear that. Look at the balanced view. You got the lower players who are actually enjoying a certain aspect of it, not the full aspect, just certain. And then
I think to be careful on that because I think you're hearing from a couple people that said we liked it. Yeah. I think if you broad based it, and maybe they can tell from the metrics by who participated, I think if you broad based it, you found that most of them did not and just didn't play.
No,
and because no one was running raids for them, they just didn't do anything.
I absolutely agree, which I was going to get to, is that the lowers loved the certain aspects of it, i.e. being able to function, to be able to kill in a PvP setup, but the raiding aspect is something that is desperately needed back into incursions, and the little twist you've got to put on is you make Sigma raiding available in a CT, an FT, or make it the winner's thing. Make it that you have to raid and defeat this server to receive 20% of an unlock of a CT that gets you to Sigma raid. Watch people chase it. And then server will go against server saying, I need my lowers to come and destroy this. I need my uppers to do this. I need this, that, and the other, and make it really exciting. And that's the thing that is very, very important for them to realize. When we say make the rewards enticing, you have people here that have told you they miss raiding. You have people that have told you the lowers are enjoying being at part of it. Balance the scoring. Create a reward. Here's a CT or an FT to win. It requires you, I don't know, 3 to 4 wins to get it, whatever. And then it goes over a length of time. People will chase it till the death. And there'll be a battle beyond battle. And you'll see the bigger saying to the lowers, come on, raid. I need you to raid because to score. Making that scoring mechanic much more exciting. And then making it work in a very, very unique way. It's just.
I don't disagree at all about incentivizing raiding. But you also want to make sure your target, like the feed, what you're looking at, you want to, maybe the analysis is their job, but I would, you have to ask yourself, does someone who built up those ships, like the big 73 ops, the whale, do they, like in terms of rating, is it the rating they love, or the fact that they can apply their strength in a means that helps their server, or just the opportunity to flex that power is what they're looking for more than the rating itself. But I'm not disagreeing that rating needs incentivizing again.
Yeah. No, but what I mean is, if you listen to what I'm saying you will encourage your lowers to come and scoop a base because you use your power to destroy this thing. And what you get at the end, a chance to be able to get a CT or FT or whatever, to be able to Sigma raid in the future incursions, and people will chase it forever until everyone gets it and it becomes a different thing. Making it...
So, Nigel, and I asked the question, right, going back to what prevents them from doing that right now, right? Because honestly, the only people that are going to engage in the rating are the folks that need the resources, right? Yes, there's the points aspect, but really the lowers are going in there because they want that RSS.
Yeah.
So today, if you go find a juicy base that a lower would love to have that, there's nothing that stops them from going doing it. Now, you as a big aren't going to see yourself scoring points or doing whatever it is, but you're going to see that your lower is getting all that RSS.
Yeah.
And hopefully then that means somebody comes out there with little blue ships or bigger blue ships, and you go blow up those blue ships, which now count towards the scoring piece. But it's no different. And that's why I say there isn't a difference between the two events right now.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I do want to move on, though, people. I do understand that, Flossie brought up a good point. Like, if it's part of the scoring, that would make it more interesting, and so on and so forth. And I think we can go on about incursions for 3 hours because, because it was very boring. And, at the end of the day, Scopely, your chance to have a look at it and change it in whatever way. Don't go too big with it and see how things sort of go and move on. And also, directors are too hard to come by to have a chance of wasting them on a PvP event anyway. So, these are things that need to be a way to do so. I know, Zebel, you've got a great idea. I've got loads of people's great idea. I've noted them down, and we can sort of work it through. So... oh, wow. Brian Racer kicked us off with an absolute doozy straight away. Shall we kick off with the new 3-tier battle pass, other one known as the KJ pass? Because KJ would definitely 100% go mythical on everyone and get the 3rd tier. Why would you do that, KJ?
Whoa, you're saying that I'm going to encourage spending. What I'm going to encourage people to do is to do a couple things. First, when the spreadsheet gurus put out the spreadsheets for what the choice tokens equaled this month.
Yeah.
And then when the battle pass becomes available next month, to compare and make sure that because we have a couple things, right? So we have the new tracks, fine. We also have a 7-day extension of the arc.
Yes.
So are we getting, there's 20 days now that we're used to, and all of our data is going to be based on 20 days. So are we getting that, 36% more, right? So are they taking the same and spreading it out, or are we getting 7 more? So what I encourage people to do is really to sit down and make sure that the value for them personally in their account is there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would encourage people to look at the $20 pass, see what that $20 would give you, and then look at the $30, right? The additional $30 and see what the additional $30 would give you. because without the player choice element of it, it's going to be really important, and the onus is going to be on Scopely there to ensure that the resources are what players need at their specific time, right? And you can't do that for each individual player when you're doing a battle pass like this.
Yeah.
So that's one point. And then the other point that I would really hope that you want to talk about, Nigel,
yes,
is I'm looking at the blog post.
Yes.
And one moment, where's it?
I'll
Battle
be able to
Pass.
answer quite a lot, so ask away.
Perfect. So in the elite track,
yes.
So the premium unlock with additional rewards. The G7 Battle Pass includes foreskin data and Mara Dalen shards, and the G6 includes Ilya and TMP Sulu. So this is kind of the first time that we've seen Scopely segment out officers as far as grades.
Yeah.
So I think that it's interesting that if you're G7, you're not going to have that sourcing for Ilya and Sulu. And I would imagine, I mean, Sulu is still relatively new. I mean, TMP was just 2 months ago. So that extra source, if you're buying the premium unlock, would be great. So I'm curious how this shapes the way of officers being segmented out by grades in the future. But I would, my whole point is, I would encourage players to look at what we got this month, look at what we're getting next month, and compare it to what you're willing to spend in the game. And if it has value to you, spend it. If it doesn't have value to you, don't.
Okay, let me give you the amuse-bouche, the very tip of the iceberg of what it is. Your free track will be, before you jump in, Beachwell, please let me just say this. The free track that you get will be the Flash Pass and the 20 days combined to create the 27 days. All the rewards will be extended to those 27 days. That's the first thing.
Sure, Nigel, but the question is, the Flash Pass has never included materials and resources.
I haven't finished my sentence. I was about to say, because the Flash Passes include materials and resources, they are extending it with materials and resources for those 7 days. So you actually get more for a free-to-play player in resources in umbrella-wise, in the free track. So the bonus is the free-to-plays get a huge, huge advantage in a great way because you now have a bit more RS to play with and a bit more things to play with and officer shards that they have done. Remember, what you've seen in the video is also TBC, which means they may have put 2 sections of officers, but we don't know what they're going to settle on, and we won't know till Tuesday whether that's a thing they're going to settle on at all. The thing you need to be wary of is the Elite Battle Pass, which is the second layer down, will be exactly the same as we've always had it, with the same amount of stuff that we've always had, exactly in that way, right? So, and that's the thing that you need to be aware of. So in other words, you're not getting less because there's a mythical tack, mythic or whatever the last one's called. You're actually getting the same amount as you do now. What they've done is they've added, rather than give people a bonus BP every month, they've decided to add a mythic track saying, well, we can't give you a bonus BP, but here's an extra track that you can spend between your $20 and your $100, where you get a $50 version. And what that does, it gives you all the elite, it gives you the mythic track, which again extends things to that case, and that'll be something important for you to realize. And that's what I want to explain today, because I knew everyone went blah 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 and went insane. So this is exactly what they've had. So your free track will be a free track with the extension of 7 days, which means 30% more, right? With RS extended, 30% more. The Flash Pass is dead. That doesn't exist. A lot of us don't even get it because there's some officers that not sure about. You will get that extension with the free stuff. The Elite track, yet again, your $20 now go a bit further, right? 7 days more. So that's something critical people to sort of realize. And the Mythic track is your bonus BP in a sort of sense, but it's not a full BP. It gives you bits and bobs here and there. And that is both for the mid-ops and for the higher ops. And if you kind of had to have a guess, there's only 2 BPs this time. There's no halfway house BP, which gives you an idea where they're going to mid-ops will stop and where the upper echelons will get. I hope that gives some idea of senses, and people are
Well,
going to jump in.
Yeah,
It definitely does give an idea of sense. But I would still encourage people to look at the actual numbers when the spreadsheets come out, because I totally respect that you're relaying what Scopely has previewed to you. But Scopely has not always been great at the math.
Agreed, because there is a problem that I see, and I will wait to see whether it's a problem when it comes out. But it's a problem I've seen and I've relayed specifically. I'll let NetNiv, because he's an official CC, then we'll start going to the panel. NetNiv, go ahead.
So, Michael, when I saw this, I thought, you know what, it's a shift, right? 28 days, we're going to lose the thing, but the flash pass. But fair enough. The other question there is, they have started giving us these 3 times points in the previous things, so they allow people to miss a day or two without actually losing access to the rods that everybody craves to get the treasuries. Now, the question there is that obviously, if we're losing the flash pass, we're losing another source of the treasury rods.
Yeah.
So the broken de-sealing rods. So, hopefully, and
Well,
this
it
is my
says it
hope,
at the end of
there
the
is
blog.
more things coming out.
Yeah, it says it at the end of the blog.
And we're going to be happy with that, and we're going to be able to achieve all those. And then the days of the BP being 28 days now instead of just the 21, we're not really going to have a break between things, which we didn't have anyway. We were doing both passes. But now we really have got to get to the end of that without missing those extra days, because I'm imagining that those events are going to be stretched out a bit more on some of them. So
yeah, and just to answer those events that are going to be in the Flash Pass, or the events that we used to have with like the V'ger, Echoes of the V'ger, or any of those sort of things, or Faction Hunt and all that sort of stuff, will run as always in those weeks. So what you need to be wary of is how they split the de-sealing rods around. Hopefully they've split it in the right way. We just need to double check that the maths on that is critical. Yeah, and that's
kind of where I was
important.
getting to, because because if I missed a day on the battle pass, I was like, oh crap. But then I would make an extra effort to make sure I didn't miss any of the 5 days in the flash pass.
Yes.
Whereas if I did all the battle pass, sometimes I'd be like, oh, I don't mind missing a day in the flash pass because I've got things to do, and I've already got some de-sealing rods. But when you end up missing it 1 day out of the 21 days, and then another 1 day out of the flash pass, whether it's by mistake or because of life, it was always a little thingy. So is this going to be a better way of getting those de-sealing rods? I'm all up. I'll be all up for that, because
they do have
treasuries
ways
become more available.
like
We'll
the
have to wait and see.
ways. Yeah, the ways they're suggesting on how the extra de-sealing rods get received. We are told that you will get the same amount. This is what we are told. Whether that's correct or until we see the maths, that's what we're told. So, Brian Racer, you're saying that without buying the Mythic, from what you've been told, we still get the same amount of RS we'd potentially get from a normal BP, including potentially whenever we get from the choice tokens. The Mythic would be a bonus BP on top of that. It's not a bonus BP, it's an extra tier, but it will have additional rewards, like how the challenge track is, right? You get to the end and you go, that last part of it, you're like, it's worth it because you get this extra bit, whatever that extra bit is. We haven't seen, the finalized reports or numbers for these things, but we have all been told that the free track is extended. You get more because in the Flash Pass, you never got RS, and now you do. So that's better. In the Elite track, you get more because previously you'd go to, no one would, I didn't buy the Officer Flash Pass because there was no RS, but now you get more. This is what we've been told. Whether it's correct, I don't know. And then the Mythic track would be like your bonus BP every month that you really wanted to get an extra bit of RS, an extra bit of bits and bobs, but it won't be as much as doubling a BP. But I like the price point of $50 if that is true, if everything I've said is true, which who knows, until Tuesday, anything can change. But and I think people need to be aware of that quite critically. Like Velvet Thunder showed us, with the new BP schedule, the Flash Pass will be retired starting in M90. De-sealing rod sourcing that was in the Flash Pass overview event will remain free and redistributed to other areas of the game. Also, they have some overall sourcing that's slightly improved to free-to-play players, and that is correct. I know what they want to do, And if they do what they say they want to do, it is the minimal engagement possible to get those desealing rods. But I won't say what it is until we get to Tuesday. I have recorded the podcast saying what it is, just in case. So as I've been told, if that is absolutely spot on, as we've been told, the CCs as well, we have a multiple here as well. I think Quasel quit and left because he's probably not getting a word in. That this is definitely additional and better from what we get. Riskbreaker says, but the Mystic better be a little more than doubling the BP because we're paying more than double. Yes, I know, Riskbreaker, but I don't know. I have seen the maths. The maths is more than double. However, I don't know on the day whether that will actually happen, because it may be just like this is generally what it is, but because the way they list it for us, we can't actually read the numbers of anything. You have to kind of go, oh, cool, well, you get maybe more officer shards. Oh, cool, you get more Maverick credits or whatever, or you get more this and that and the other, and you go, but it's not a number. So that's a good thing. Big thumbs up. Scopely, very big thumbs up if the Mythic track is double. But double what exactly? That's the different thing. If it's double a little bit, double the elite, let's say, or something like that. That would be amazing.
I will second that. But even if they gave us the numbers, the one thing you have to remember is the big phrase from Scopely is always subject to change until it comes out, because they may decide at the last minute that it's too much or it's too little, and they'll make their adjustments that they think is right, and then we'll have to see from there. So Tuesday is going to be the day to see, just exactly how this is going to be implemented.
Yeah,
but
because
I'm kind of positive about this one actually. Because we don't need. I'm a free-to-play player. I haven't bought a battle pass in months because I've been trying to, avoid spending money. And certainly the free track, having more in it sounds appealing to me.
Yeah, but
we'll have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, what's really interesting is like Indrik put a little post here, which I can have a look at in the video as well, which shows that it's a little bit more than, what did you say, Indrik? It's double the basic, little over half the elite. Sounds about right to me, which is be great. Lost in, well, according to someone in Official, that announcement potentially might be tomorrow. Who knows? So we'll see. But just so now people understand, now that I've given you that detail, now we can talk about the Battle Pass. Let's go to the G7 players first. Let's start with Sniper, then we'll go to Ghost Pepper representing the G4s. Sniper, thoughts?
Yeah, so a couple of thoughts here. In terms of the Mythic track itself, that I'm actually, as a spender, I'm actually pretty good with, right? If it's done well. Obviously, the devil's in the details and the math.
Of course.
Because I think a lot of times, even lower spenders do ask for in-betweens, right?
Yes.
Like we ask for half packs and we ask for different things, right?
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of people, like when they did bonus passes, for example, where you spend another $20 and you get, the BP again, essentially, right? So this seems like a version of that.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm sure, to encourage, higher levels of monthly commitment, right?
Yeah.
To people who are BP only spenders. But I think it's okay, right? Have different price points for different rewards. As long as the maths work out, I think that's okay. The part that I'm not liking is what seems like a step back, which is moving away from the choice rewards, assuming that's what's happening based on just seeing the battle pass. That's certainly what appears to be. There wasn't much mention of that in the blog, so I don't know, or the video, so I don't know what we can really mention other than seeing the visual that it's showing resources and not choice tokens, right? That I think is a step backwards, right? And more, it's going to be very hard to determine what more is exactly, because more doesn't matter if it's not the thing that you need, right? So in other words, let's say the battle pass gave me throughout the month 2 million sigma-trait, right? Just as the example to a given player, right? And you say, okay, well, now this battle pass, we're going to have more resources, right? But the more is dilithium, right?
Yes.
And so now they're going to give you 0 sigma-trait, but 4 million dilithium. So like, what? That's better. That's that's double the resources you had before. I was giving you 2 million before, now you're getting 4 million. Except you have no need for the dilithium at all, right? And you need massive amounts of more titanium. So now it's actually twice as worse because now you've gone from 2 million sigmatrit to 0 sigmatrit. But yes, you have this pile of 4 million useless dilithium. So this is where I think is a step backwards to go to the away from the choice rewards, because depending on the part of the game people are in, and this is not only by grades but even by levels and by various different things, the resources that a given player needs at any given time and it almost comes down to the player, like at any given time in their game life cycle is going to be different. They're going to be bottlenecked in different ways. Sometimes I really need par. Sometimes I really need gas. Sometimes I really need sigma trit. Like depending on where I am, that's going to be different, right? So this whole thing with, hey, we're just going to throw a random amount of different resources of every different type in various parts of the battle pass, like I don't think that's the part that people like. People like choice rewards because they were able to double down on the things that they needed, right? If I, only care about Sigma Trit right now because I'm trying to build my, my ship, then that's what I want out of the month. I want to be rewarded in Sigma Trit. I don't want a bunch of, Sigma Par or Sigma Dill that I don't need, right? That at least I don't need at this point in the game. Um, it also brings up other issues. Like you may remember this, and this applies to me because I just recently, ops up. But you remember previously you had to always ops up right in between, the arcs or right before the next arc started because the battle pass rewards were calculated based on the ops you were when the battle pass started. So in other words, and now with the battle pass being longer, even theoretically bigger of a problem, right? So if you happen to be a certain op level, like let's say you were op 60, right? And you want to go to 61 and you're going to get better rewards, you would have to do that before the battle pass started, because if you in the middle of the month went to 61, you're getting all the old rewards, right? They're not going to be as useful or rewarding to you, even though you may be doing a lot of that battle pass after you're 61. But with the choice rewards, it wasn't a problem because as long as you didn't use the choice rewards, those choice reward chests would just update whenever you opt stuff, and then you could just spend them at the new level, even though you earned them at the old level. So I think getting rid of the choice rewards is a bad idea. In fact, I would say they should go the opposite way and make more choices and split up the RSS and the mats so that you can mix and match them in any way that you want. So they're going, in my opinion, the wrong direction. They need to go further into choice and less away from choice. But in terms of just the mythic and that idea, I mean, I'll do the maths on it, and I'll look to the community on their maths and everyone on that before making any kind of judgment on that. But the concept of the mythic I like. The concept of getting rid of choice do not like. And I'll leave that as the main summary.
Well,
can I ask you something about that, Nigel?
I was
Think
about
about
to.
this.
Go on.
Right, they're giving us more choice with the emergency pre-rackings at the same time as taking us more choice away from the battle pass, and it makes no sense.
True, but let me get to something that's quite important, which will help answer out before we move on to that, because I've seen loads of people asking different questions. Piermere nailed it on the head. When we first got choice tokens, they came with a choice tax. Now he says we're losing choice tokens, so I hope that's factored in. So that's something to think about, depending on what they do with regards to this. If you get more, but you don't have a choice, is that better? So the thing you need to figure out, Indrik, you may say it's worse now, but what if you get 2 million more Sigma Trit at the end? Then you would have gotten if you made a choice because there's a tax on it. It's still going to be worse. Yeah, but that's opinions there. Now, from a G4, Pepper, what do you think now with that? I know Alliance Tournaments is going to be your question, but go ahead. What do you think?
Yeah, that was one of my questions. But I'll get to that in a second, because the first thing for me, If I buy anything, it's always been the battle pass. I have never been one to buy those season passes in between. To me, they were wasteful. I know some like them because they want the cruise and whatnot. I was not giving Scopely any more extra money for that crap. Battle pass, if I bought anything, it was that. So I'm curious to see these, right? And how they go. And it could make sense to where if it is worth my while, I would probably upgrade what I am buying, but not to the top tier. The thing I had a question on that I wasn't quite sure on, first of all, what is this 28-day runnable build queue?
Oh, so you just get a build queue, and trust me, I know the question that's coming after this. For 28 days, you gain an extra building, be able to build an extra building during that time. What happens when you're in the middle of building a building and that rent is not paid?
Yeah.
Who knows? But that's the only thing I'm like, well, what if my building...
That was the part.
Yeah.
I kept reading that and I was like, well, 28 days. Okay, well then are there speed ups that come with that? Is there, I mean, because honestly, who can build shit in 28 days nowadays? Like,
Yeah, after 28 days, they give you an eviction notice on the queue.
Can you imagine? Lostin's really excited because he's already got all his buildings completely maxed and he's building everything all the time non-stop. So they just stop.
mine is clear.
Yeah.
But I was just curious, like for other players that might not have that. And two other questions I had coming into this, because the ceiling rods, I'm really curious how they're going to buy it, because that's another thing that I don't buy. I store up and I wait and I get those. So I am curious to see how they keep saying that they were going to have a way to source that. So I want to see it. But the other point that I brought up that I am going to ask that other people I know are asking, for those that are free to play, and this is something I've taught my team that are free to play, those choice tokens we used in Alliance tournaments to help get 10K point tasks done. Now, granted, that's not the only way to win or whatever, but those were a huge part of like being able to help those that couldn't do a 10K task in any other way. They would save them for the end. And now that's going to cause a different type of hurdle there.
Yeah, so that's a great question. And do you know what's really funny? It took me a while to figure out what they did. There are two blogs out. One's on Alliance tournaments, one's on this. The Alliance tournament one's saying they're changing the materials of the tasks. Do you see where I'm going? And now this one is showing that there is potentially, I don't know, no choice tokens in the Battle Pass. So maybe they're going to make it attainable in free-to-play. What I can tell you about Alliance tournaments, without question, is no task is going away, right? All the tasks will be here.
Which I figured.
Yeah, so they
My
will
concern is that they're going to change it from something that a free-to-play player had an option to be able to contribute at a higher, even if it was only once or twice, right? They could compete or contribute at a higher point on that. And then if they get rid of that, now what are they going to do? Is this going to be another thing that they have to pay for, or is it going to be so unattainable that it's now not an option for those that in the free to play?
Yeah, what we were told is that the amount, so just to answer multiple questions, the amount of de-sealing rods that you get from the free track and your free track of the Flash Pass, that amount, 720, will be available for free within the period of the 28 days in various aspects. So it might be a milestone instead of an overflow, and there might be other ways where they're going to do it, where they encourage you to do different things. One of the ideas they had is a very good idea, and it requires almost zero engagement, but just makes you even getting into the game gives you something. Do you see what I mean? So that's why things like the supply drop is a very good example of that. So just be wary of that one. How Alliance Tournament works, if there are no choice tokens, is something we need to sort of study and see how we can get around. And bear in mind, if they're going to do a refresh in Alliance Tournaments, they might want to refresh it and give you quite a big boost on various things. They might want to run it once or twice or 3 times. Who knows? So that's something to keep an eye on. So what we know, and then Tuesday things changed dramatically because I've experienced it before where I stood here and went, oh dear God, that was happen, is we have questions we don't have answers to, which is Dog Holiday's question and what you said. What happens after 28 days when the building isn't finished? That's the first one. Crisito says choice tokens for the most part was really a choice, as everyone in G6 would get the Trit Crystal then converted. In G7, we are most part chasing Trit Crystal due to Sigma Trit. Yes and no, Crisito. The amount of gas that I need has made me go some other direction. Indrik says that the reason he thinks it's worse is because they're going to need to get Sigma dilithium, which I don't really need. I'll tell you this, Indrik, you'll need it later because there are players struggling with it. I know, Sniper, you're shocked, but there are players struggling with it as they go further up the chain. And MJ Hat is correct. The video's not always correct in the graphics and values and these values.
When you get a chance.
Yeah, exactly. Yendis, jump in, buddy, just to give you your chance. Go ahead.
Okay. You've hit on a lot of subjects, and I keep my mouth shut. I just want to touch on a few. As far as incursions go, they've taken away the community, the camaraderie, and the unity of the event. It's no fun anymore because you're not playing with other people. You're going and hitting a guy.
Yeah.
Doing a. I mean, you could do that with a Stella on Thursdays. I mean, it's nothing now.
Yeah.
That's gone. As far as this new elite thing, hey, more is more. Let's see. Let's let it drop and let's see.
Yeah,
maybe it's good. We don't know. And as far as the tournament goes, give them a chance. Let them drop it. Let's see what we like, what we don't like. Listen, 50% of the people are going to love it. 50% of the people are going to hate it.
Yeah.
And 85% of the people are going to whine about it. But it might be great. You never know until it's there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I like and I don't like. I like Maverick. A lot of people don't like that. But I'm having fun there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's just some stuff that's good, some stuff that you don't like. Don't do the stuff you don't like.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all.
Yeah, and that's an important thing for everyone here. The thing I've been trying to portray for months is what is completion, what you need to enjoy the game you want to play, and you need to play the things. And that's what's amazing about this panel. We've had people who have been on opposite sides of the discussion saying different things. So this Battle Pass, I think, is a very good thing. As far as I'm concerned, as in like it adds an extra track if and with a caveat and it's with a warning as well from me that this better be the correct maths, that it is definitely more for 7 days more, not 6 days or 5 days, or we're going to add a thing or we're going to do this, that, and the other. It's got to be more. Spark, I never said this.
On the challenge track, the legendary at the end that nobody wants to buy.
Yeah.
Add Excelsior parts in there. Everybody will buy it. Everybody that needs parts to tier up will buy it.
No,
all we got to do is put a few parts in there.
Yeah, I agree, bud. Like I'm trying to keep it, if you don't mind, the subject just quite straight here. Yeah, because people jumping around and I'm getting complaints behind the scenes that we're talking about something too much. So, Jim, what do you think, buddy? I'll give you your first go and then we'll move our way around.
So, going from the 20 days to the 27 days.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be good overall.
Yeah,
if they are actually taking away the choice tokens, that's going to be point of contention. As for the third track, if they're adding it in there, say $50 pack, great. It's going to give that extra little in there. I had a brain for it, so move on.
Which is great. It just shows that, okay, now you know a little bit more about the BP. You go, okay, do you know what? That's amazing. If you are $100 elite spender anyway, you'll get an extra track out of it and a few more resources. So you'll be totally free to play like Lost In, which is amazing. Abs, what do you think now of the Battle Pass? Now I've explained those aspects of it. Any questions around that at all?
I am of the opinion that let it drop and see how it is. I spend on the ones that I have value in.
Yeah, which is kind of...
I have not really any concerns about the choice token. Yeah, they're a good thing with respect to Alliance tournaments. They told us a while ago when they had Alliance tournaments that they brought them back. They extended that story. They said, this is here, but it won't always be.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing to be aware of. Beached Whale, thoughts? I don't know if you're back. I think you are. Beached?
I've been here the whole time. I'm here.
Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
was just going to say, I think everybody's spot on. My only concern is two things. If the amount of RSS we get is less or costs, we need to get the Mythic pack
Yeah.
to get the same amount for the same cost. That's not good. And that's really going to hurt me.
Yeah.
Two, the problem with taking away the choice rewards. Yes, I understand people are going to need dill, but like me, I have a plan for what I'm doing. I want both my affiliates to tier 5 and my uncommon to tier 7 before I do my building, my ops building to 74, which I can do anytime I want. But that takes away the ability to plan out what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. And I'm done with what I got to say.
Yeah, and we don't know because there's been some incredibly brilliant suggestions by the official CCs. So definitely do support them in this one in various ways on how that could be mitigated and work. So hopefully they'll take some of those ideas and achieve it. Then it becomes interesting. You know, for example, I'm not saying that this could happen, but, you know, for me, if you could click and choose which RS to pick up on which day, so that, you know what I mean? Like you've done 5 levels, you can only pick up the last 5. You might go, I'll pick up only level 1 today because it completes a task. I might click on number 3 today because it gives me some of the stuff that I need for this task. It might be a solution that works. Who knows? That might be something that actually brings it up together. From the KJ, what are your thoughts? Now you've heard those things. I know people have got to look at the maths. Absolutely agree with you. Don't accept anything till you look at it. But thoughts now that you've had around these questions of the main battle pass now.
I mean, I was never concerned about it.
Yeah.
I just think that a battle pass is a battle pass.
Yeah.
I know that we, as a community, tell them the battle pass is best value for the game, and so they are very smart to capitalize and modify the battle pass to keep people spending and to entice more people to spend more.
Yeah.
Cannot blame them for that. You know, and I just caution that it comes with a change of reduction of player choice that's not beneficial to the player, but that's yet to be remained or yet to be seen. So, like I said, look at the math. If it makes sense to you, buy it. If it doesn't, don't.
Yeah, true. Doug Holiday says, give us choice tokens and have them expire before the tournament starts. Screw it. He's given up. He's like, just do it anyway, which I think interesting. G6 perspective, let's go to you, Niv. Do you see value in it now? Don't say that you're not a Battle Pass buyer, but just like now do you see value in the Battle Pass with this additional bit, if it's as been said it is?
I'm struggling to say whether I do or don't. I'm going to wait until it comes out to make that choice because there are a number of factors that will change our opinions on that. One of those are not just we've talked about the resources in there. We've talked about whether we're going to have deceiving rods in places, where we're going to find those.
Yeah.
But overall, we don't know what the rewards are for each part of that battle pass and what we're going to get out of it. Is it because for all we know, they may be taking a little bit more away on one area and they may be giving you more officer shards, for example. If you do that, I'm happy with that. That makes it even better than what we had. But it depends on what we get, really. We've got to make that choice. And for the extra bits, well, that allows people to get extra if they want to get extra. And for me, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
If people want to spend that money because they see value in it, that's their thing because they see that value in it. Just because not everybody does and they don't want to spend it, then fine. You don't see that value, don't spend that money.
So in other words,
if you do,
in a really funny way, Netniv, you're saying people have a choice whether they wish to go to the final. You see what I did there? MJ Hat, is your kid okay, or can you jump on with anything? And I need to get to a point that I keep forgetting about Flossie. I have it in my notes that I'll get to. MJ, unmute yourself if you can. I think he is muted. Come back to me again. Okay, no problem. So Flossie brought up a good point, and I want everyone to be aware. Do you realize they're making a lot of changes in a short period of time? They're trying to rejuvenate the game by trying to bring these new event changes, new this, new that, and the other. One of the things I forgot to mention is the events will run. One of the suggestions I have told them, and I hope that they will do, is open all the stores of all the currencies of things that people have got the currency for and can spend in. For example, don't redo Galactic Rush, but open the store for it. Don't redo Cards Challenger, but open the store for it. So people can go to try and do that. It's a rejuvenation, Ghost Pepper. I think they're going to try and do a big oomph of changes. The reason they want to do one battle pass is there's less coding involved, more time focused into just fixing the game a bit more. Rejuvenate, sure, by adding more. Well, Erwin, I don't think there's paywalls. You just, if you want the extra battle pass, get it. If you don't want the extra battle pass and you get the $20 one, you can still get the $20 one. If you see value 1 month, you go, do you know what? It helps me progress a bit more. I'll spend the extra $30 and I'll get the next little level above. The key thing is to be aware of how now you have choices in how you play this game and how you want to do it. And I think those changes is what's causing people to go, oh my God, this has changed. Oh my God, that's changed. Oh my God, this has changed. And Dog Holiday's right. Maybe they are in panic mode, or maybe they have a plan to do this. Because one thing I'll give you very interesting to see: the territory battle pass is shorter. There's a reason why. So keep an eye on things like that. You know, what does that mean? Does that mean that suddenly, you know, when it ends in June, something's going to open up? Who knows? And that's something to be wary of, to see what potentially could be coming up next. Indrik says, it's not the amount of change for me. It's literally changes to make everything more monetized. Yeah, I hope they stop doing that. That's one of the things where we can send feedback back. Retrieving says, adding the $50 middle pass is great. Consolidating Flash Pass into OG Battle Pass is great. Removing Choice Token negates any of those improvements. True. If they're removed or if there is an alternative difference. Spark says it's not just the changes, Nigel. Wow, when someone names me, I feel like I've been told off. It's that none of them work. I agree, Spark, because now they brought duo waves, and waves are not the most reliable things in the world currently working. But as we finish off on the Battle Pass, Vince Martin says, but it will hurt us free-to players to get the items or offers if we don't buy. No, Vince Martin, incorrect. I am told that you will get more as a free-to-play player. You will get 720 de-sealing rods somehow within a period. I am told this. Whether this is correct or not, I don't know. And you will get the officers that are required for that level, and you'll be able to achieve that. The choice and how they put the officers, I have no idea about, but you know, for example, there's 2 examples there that we have seen. And something that we need to be wary of before we go to dual ways. But Crisito, thoughts on the triple battle pass, triple layered battle pass? And I'll go to Velvet Thunder, who I haven't given a chance as well to. Go ahead, buddy.
Well, I think everybody has pretty much covered it. You know, I think at the end of the day, they're probably trying to do some consolidation, like you mentioned, because that's less coding, less things that they got to keep, you know, QA on, if you will. I do think one of the things that's we've got to be a little bit cognizant of is that, you know, to make sure that the game doesn't become stale.
Yes,
there are going to have to be adjustments to it. Now, a lot of us players like to have, you know, our 1 month plan, 3 months, 6 month, a year plan, right? Like, I mean, that is just the reality, right? That a lot of especially the folks that are here that are engaged, already have their plan for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
And so anytime they make a change to it that may affect it, we're going to be upset by it.
Yeah.
But I think in the same thing, that's kind of something that we've got to recognize from their point of view, and especially on the monetized side, right? I get it; they're monetizing what they need to. You know, there was a good conversation in Section 31 about this the other night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where sometimes they're going to have to adjust their monetization quarter to quarter, or month to month, in order to ensure that they're hitting the projections that they expect to.
Did you just say that there was a good conversation in Section 31?
Oh, God.
Can you repeat that one more time? Just for the record.
So there was a good conversation the other day, because I think at the end of the day, there needs to be, and we as players to some extent need to understand that they may have to make adjustments even as much as month to month or even week to week, because if they don't hit their projections, then it's going to have impacts as to whether the game can continue or not. And I mean, that's just the reality. You know, we've got to understand that this game has and is solely relying upon the pack purchases, right? There aren't ads running every 5 seconds when you do something.
Yeah.
And so we got to make sure that we understand that, yes, they may have a good month and some of the monetization may get a little bit more stringent. And in some months they may loosen it up. Hopefully they
I
start
had a
loosening it
very
up a little
quick
bit,
point.
but that's just the reality of it. And so I think to some extent, yes, this one is probably going to be pretty good. It is going to remove choice. But again, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of the stuff that we consider choice or individuals, it's really not, right? We just end up going in there. Like I said, in G6, you just went and got all the crystal because you got more crystal and then you converted it. That doesn't do any good for their economy. You know what I'm saying? For all intents and
I
purposes,
just
it
want to
really
say
doesn't do
one
that.
quick thing, real quick.
Yeah.
One quick thing to counterpoint him. They're losing money being spent because of bad choices. So them making their mark, Cruzito, needs to be based on them making good choices, not continuing to change everything and screw everything up. They need to make good choices and the spending will be there.
Yeah. Okay. But it depends on the choices of people and how things are with regards to Battle Pass. So, yeah, let's see how that sort of works out. NetNiv, or MJ Hat, I don't know if you guys know the answer to this, but has the STFC staffers, remember, I'm not a CC Tavimosa, I can only give away the $100 packs. Has the STFC staffers told the CCs what layer of Battle Passes they're giving away to you guys, NetNiv? Do you have an answer to that one?
Well, I don't really have an answer to that one. I'm going to assume it's not the mythic one, whatever, whichever one it is, because I keep hearing that mentioned in different terms. So I always get, which one is it?
Yeah.
I think it's mythic, isn't it? So I wouldn't imagine it's the mythic one, but it could be. But we haven't been told at this point. So
okay, fair enough. Well,
we
hopefully,
will wait and see.
Yeah.
And we'll go with that.
However, here you can get your $100 battle pass, and you can do it to $100, or you can do $50 if you win one. So hopefully we can give more of those away, or we can split into 50-50, but then there's nothing else to buy for $50. So probably go for the $100 elite. It gives you all 3 tracks and all the bonuses that goes with it. That would be something that I would kind of aim for, and we can do that. So Tavimosa, once we figure it out, I'm sure people will know. That's the 3-tier battle pass. I'm going to try and get through because we've reached the next phase. Velvet Thunder, anything you want to jump in with before I leave it to the rest? Anything, buddy? Go ahead, bud. Velvet, can't hear you, bud. See if you can. Maybe your mic is it's unmuted, but it's not coming on. His headphones have gone off, so he's probably listening. MJ Hat, while we're Velvet. No, MJ Hat, while we're here and your baby's not screaming in your ear, have you got a chance to jump in with your notes? Go ahead, buddy.
I do. I just, as far as the question that was directed at NetNiv at the CC battle passes, he's right. They didn't really specify. I would imagine that wouldn't be changing at all.
Mm-hmm.
It just, from my perspective, it's always been a $20 pass. I don't know why that would be any different.
Mm-hmm.
So, and as far as the 3-lane battle pass, I am excited for more things, even if it is kind of like, okay, the $20 option, sure, it's much greater than the 30, right?
Yes.
But it's still more. It's still that bonus that people wanted.
Yeah.
When they were hollering, okay, please give us another bonus BP. We expected it to be the same, but I can see why they dialed it back a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, and that'll be something for them to sort of look forward to. But the thing we're looking forward to the most, and I know that people will be playing it loads of time, hear the sarcasm in my voice, we will have duo waves. Not only can you do waves on your own, but you got to find a friend. Now, I will tell you this.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Let's not be dissing waves. I love waves.
Oh, my God.
To each their own.
Yeah, each their own. No, he's absolutely right. So, okay. Are the rewards good? Sure. Is there something that I want to interact with? You don't have to do it. It's something that's going to take an engagement factor, which is not going to be super fast. It's going to be one of those. It's one of those things you need to be wary of, in that it's not something you have to do every day to achieve the rewards you need to do what you need to do. Right? The podcast explains more. That's all I can say at the moment. You will not hear me clearly, you will not need to always do the waves to get the rewards you need. So there is a alternative way around it. Endersword, I can see you jumped on. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just have one question on it, which is, are they then going to cap the number of directives or starts you can do? Because they constantly do that.
Of course they
The
are.
solo, because the solo waves, if you could store like 20 of them, and then one day I just do 20 in a row, that's great.
Yeah.
But especially for the duo waves, because now I have to go find a partner. And I'd much rather find a partner and be like, hey, dude, do you want to knock out like 15 of these today? And then we won't do it for a few weeks. But if they do their dumb thing where it's like, you don't need to do this every day, but you can only store 3 of them, and then I do have to do it constantly. So like that's one little tweak that to me is going to make or break it. If once a month I can bang out 20, that's great. If I have to do it constantly and find a partner, that's going to be really obnoxious.
So
Ender Blue
Welcome to Scope.
responded to you. Blue responded to you. He said, "There's no cap on packs. If you buy a cap, you have all the directives that you like."
Oh, for God's sake. There's always one to come up with these limericks. So to answer you, Ghost Pepper, how this is a 61 plus mechanic, so only 61 plus can get involved in this one.
Great. I missed that part.
Yeah, no, 61 plus mechanics, sadly. So, but it doesn't mean that you can't engage in the refinery for the academy on the other bits and bobs. But however, a 61 plus mechanic for those specific things, 61 plus mechanic, it seems, for the academy. The mid ops seem like they might go up to 60, hopefully. There is no 3 battle pass sections, as in like there's no mid ops 51 to 54 and whatever. It will be like mid ops and top tier. That's it. And they're going to find the edge to that one. Blue Mando, are you excited about duo waves? Are you going to be playing them every single day?
Well, yeah. Unlike what you said, you actually have to play them every day or they delete your account.
No, they don't.
Just kidding.
Don't listen to this sarky guy. He's also got the wrong bloody Blue Mandalorian. That's the wrong franchise.
It was funny though. I did tell my alliance. It's like I was like showing like the area on the new map, and they're like, "Looks like wave defense." Like someone commented, "As long as I don't, as long as they're solo, I don't want to have to deal with people." I was just like,
oh dear God! Little do you know, you have to find a friend.
But you know, I will say this is substantially better than trying to get 5 people together. That's for sure. In terms of just like picking someone to do it, I'd say this is kind of like, I would basically, from the look of what they envisioned it, it's like you have wave defense and then you're, it's kind of over once you hit a cert, like once you're approaching G7.
Yes.
And, this is just kind of the next stage of wave defense, I'm presuming, where it just gets potent enough where you need 2 people. Now you need 2 people, so it's, I'm interested to see. I hold all of most reservations for implementation. In terms of what I sampled it was interesting. It was unique. There's definitely some strategy involved. I'm looking forward to playing around with that strategy. I don't know how much I'm looking forward to like conveying that strategy to like a random person.
Yeah,
but in terms of once people find their team up buddy, it's probably going to be settling into that group of people, like you want to, like, let's run them or whatever, our turn next kind of thing. But it's I would say the strategy and how everything, it looks like there's a lot of like they're just trying to keep it fresh.
Yes.
So however, on my end, I'm putting together like the cruise sheet for it. I've been doing that since the test, and I will say, if anyone, the best crew I have in mind, just universal for the wave that I can think of off the top of my head, is Anorax with Wrath of Khan McCoy and Wrath of Khan Savik.
That sounds like a terrible crew.
The McCoy and Savik are just monstrous wave defense stats, like mitigation and ISO damage. I don't want to make any assumptions on what I tested and versus what was released, but there are some things there might only be damaged by ISO damage, so that's helpful.
Yeah, but the key thing of these waves that you guys need to be wary of, as more people are leaving the stream because they're probably like wanting to go to sleep, is the thing to be wary of is there is a lot of strategy involved in this compared to anything else you've ever done. So there is a lot of coordinating, talking, figuring out. And because the starts are not, it's not designed for you to play on a daily basis. It's designed probably for you to play on a weekly basis. And these hostiles all have different abilities, as they said in the video. Some hostiles have some damage. The key thing I need you to point out to, the number one thing, is the repair drones. Keep an eye on them, because there is 2 key strategies to helping you achieve these waves with those specifically, because you may want them to hit the middle, or you may want to hit them for different reasons. And they've designed hostiles in this style so that you can make decisions that are different, which, I mean, it's you playing a game. You're playing against a difficult aspect of it or difficult style of it. And I think it's going to be fun if you can get the right partner that can coordinate with. If you both have the same type of ships and the same type of aspects, that's where things can potentially go wrong. What you need to be wary of is this is going to be something. I can tell you this. I know that I don't get the playtest, the CCs do, but it's only 4 waves, and I'm telling you right now, I'm looking forward to seeing if someone can beat wave 4. Yes, Sniper.
Yeah, so a lot of interesting aspects here. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest wave fan or wave player in the game, right? But since the solo waves, when the solo waves first came out, they were interesting from the perspective. They were difficult, and you had to, work towards beating them. Although, like, once you leveled up to GS31, they became pretty easy, right? So there was a solution there. But at first, it was interesting from their challenge of trying to find the right crews and having ships that are strong enough and be able to make it through, the waves. Although, as a, kind of higher level player, it was a little easier, right? But it still took a little effort. So, I mean, that's fine. I think the problem is with this whole duo concept is, the same problem we run into with a lot of the coordination stuff or coordinate activities in the game, especially if you're going to need to, for example, and I don't know any of the design elements of it, right? How the loot works or anything like that, or how difficult these things are going to be, or anything like that. I could see certain aspects of it, like we saw things that are a little concerning, like the decay being thrown in there, right? And crit floors and all sorts of things just from the video.
Yeah.
But the question is going to be, the devil's in the detail, right? So if, for instance, myself as, one of the highest level players on my server, right? If because of my ops level, I'm going to need, a significant more amount of loot than I would otherwise
Well,
need in order to do the pulls, and
yeah.
then I need to hit a certain level of hostiles or a certain wave, and I need to then find someone on my server who's as strong as I am to buddy with on a regular basis. That seems like it could be a problem. And I'm not saying this just for
No.
me myself. I'm saying for anyone in the game. I mean, certainly for a top player on their server. All the top players on their server are going to potentially have problems if they don't have a buddy
Yeah.
that's also a top player, right? But I think that's going to happen across various different levels, right? People may find players they like to play with and players they're friends with, or players whether it's in their alliance or another alliance. And I don't know if that's even going to be a thing. But you know, finding as was mentioned earlier, finding a person on a regular basis that you can play with, that's on the same times as you're on, that can do the same amount you can do, that has ships that are the same power as your ships,
Yeah.
whenever you happen to need to do these. Like, I could see that being a challenge across levels, across tiers, across Gs, again depending on if you have to hit things at your level, or not, to be able to do this mechanic. So that's why I kind of like the idea of solo waves when they came out, because I was like, all right, well, I can hit up to as strong as I can hit up, and it's on me to improve on that, right? I can,
Yeah.
I'm in control, and if I happen to be on at 2 o'clock in the morning, and that's when I have time to do these and bang out 10 of them.
Yeah.
Well, then that's what I'm going to do at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
But
true.
I can't expect someone else is going to be on at 2 o'clock in the morning to do them with me.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a question, Nigel.
73 account.
I do want to answer a few from Brian as well, but yes, KJ, you might bring up one of his questions. Go ahead.
So this is one thing that I kind of struggle with Scopely is they're using the term hypothermic decay, which is something that we've seen before,
Yes.
and we already have a resistance to.
Yes.
Does Sniper's maxed recon locust building provide him the maxed hypothermic stabilizer for these specific wave duos, these wave hostiles?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Well, I believe the answer. I believe, Blue, the answer is no.
Creator, I gotta say, what do you freaking think?
No.
So I believe the answer is no, but that is where my point was, where we're revisiting some of this. And I don't personally believe that Scopely is incompetent. I believe that they are lazy, and I believe that they do copy and paste. So I believe that somebody that did not design hypothermic decay and hypothermic stabilizer used a mechanic from a different person that didn't understand it, and now doesn't understand that Sniper, Crezito, Beached Whale, those people are going to be really irritated when they go through and they don't see their reduction of hypothermic or their application of hypothermic stabilizer from their Max Recon Locust buildings that they've invested in.
Could you remind me the last time there was like a new content and like the previous content just let you smoke it out the gate as though you already maxed it?
Right. So Blue, my point is the wording, right? So this is not, if this is not
I agree with
hypothermic,
your wording.
if this is not hypothermic decay, then it needs to be called something else.
Yeah. Let me answer the question. Let me answer the question. Right. Okay. So, Jesus, it's fun. I'm about to give you more information that'll probably solve quite a little bit more of these. So, I'm Brian. I'm going to try and incorporate the answers to your questions because Brian asked, what. It seems like we have to buy a lot in this arc to participate. Does the podcast confirm the $100 battle pass to get what most considered the best rewards? No, $50 the best. I'm using the new $20 to $10 dual wave BP for directives. Incorrect. Nope, you don't need that. New building, which probably has to be distinctly tiered to participate in the higher tier dual waves, and I will answer that in the podcast specifically because there's an embargo till then. What are the requirements for binding a buddy? The requirements is your server. Anyone in the alliance in your server, not by, and then we're talking about what mid-ops are and everything like that. So the hyperthermic decay, the thing in the video that no one noticed is, remember the Mantis loop? We used to have 3 hostiles you'd hit, a critical, whatever, and something like that, right? Remember those 3 that we had to hit, Sniper? We had to hit like a critical.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to hit the hostiles to get a certain buff that then you can use against the other hostiles.
Fantastic. And I'm going to stay silent at that moment. That should answer your question.
By the way, I did notice that in the video.
Yep, you did. So the video shows you have ways of reducing specific things against specific things. The level in the building of the hyperthermic stabilizer, unfortunately, has the description that says reduces the ship's hyperthermic decay against aggregation hostiles only.
Correct. And now we're getting the Starfleet Academy remote building center thing.
No, wait. So the Starfleet Academy remote building is something completely different that we can't talk about, right? Because there's something completely different that's associated with that. Let's put that to one side. They
put it in the patch notes for you to talk about.
No. Basically the wave duos, I know exactly what I'm allowed to talk about. I've got a list. So in the wave duos, the thing you need to be specifically ready for is that, like the Mantis loop you saw in the video, there are hostiles that are critically maybe more advantageous for you to kill, but your duo partner has to be aware of so that you can decide which way you go. You might want to kill a hostile because it gives you something. You might kill another hostile, give you something else. You might want to have something hit the middle because it gives you someone else. There's loads of sort of data around these things, which is very, very critical. So like Killer Angel says, the Academy drone critical, 7-star building materials cost efficiency is very high, Sniper, incredibly high, and will make quite a considerable
Incredibly high.
difference on that one. The Sigma refinery bonus will become part of whatever it is, and the PvE Apex barrier is also part of it, but there's more to that than this. There's a list of about 7, 8, 9 things that it gives you. So there's a lot of things that in the past 3 months we've asked for seem to be implemented all in one go. And it relates to loads of stuff. Hammy says something quite critical in the video, which I don't think anyone heard about. There's a command science and engineering sort of materials that you use to try and get to different things. But one of the things he says, one of those specific things, open an officer something. That officer something will be something we've always asked for that coordinates things together. You just need to be wary of those are the things that are quite critical towards us. And these waves are going to be about making decisions, which is why finding a teammate you can discuss with could be fun, where you go, hey, I'll take the whatever thing that gives me criticals. I'll take the hyperthermic decay one. My ship is strong enough to hit this. Other ship is strong enough to hit that, and so on and so forth, which is, I think, is really important. Sorry, Lady Command, I will try and get through these quickly. The more I hear about Joy, the more I know I'm going to skip them. They're even less attractive than the Formation Armadas. Well, yeah, Galileo, I mean, it's your choice. Sounds like more work, sure, but the simulation code earnings that give you the engineering credits that open certain things, science credits that open certain things, command credits that open other things. Monkey Nuts is like, Officer Tal!
Oh my god.
Yes,
That's never gonna happen.
Never gonna happen. I mean, I don't know what it is about Tal, but it's just not going to do that and be critical to those things that they do. Yeah, and those are things that people need
I
to
just
be wary of.
looked something up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go on, Blue.
KJ, I got good news and bad news.
Uh-oh.
The bad news
boy.
is hypothermic decay is always it's like Apex barrier. It's always going to be hypothermic decay.
Yeah.
The good news is, from what I've seen in the Recon Locus and what I've peeked at my screenshots of the upcoming content, the target of all the what it is always specified. So in terms of if you're gonna get stabilizer, it always mentions what target is being stabilized against. So you just have to read.
Oh, where's the good news again?
The good news is if you can read, you will be better off.
No. So right, let me give Beach Whale.
KJ can't read. Come on now.
Let's just give Beach Whale.
Guys, this is the first time we're getting a second application of it. So it's just kind of how it's going to be looked at. Decay is going to be seen moving forward.
Yeah. Just give us a second, Beach Whale, because he's got to leave. Let's get Beach Whale on. Beach Whale, go ahead.
Just one thing. I'm not a big fan of them constantly redoing the same mechanic over and over. If you want players engaged, give us new stuff, not the same mechanic, just in a different wrapper. But on that note, I don't mind the dual waves as long as I don't have to continue doing the other waves, but I still get credits for them. Kind of like when they introduced solo waves, we still kept getting the currency for the group waves. So that's important that they keep doing that, where it negates the older stuff, but we can still get the credits by doing the newer stuff. On that, I think that's all I got to say, and I got to run, guys.
All right,
Love
thanks. Thanks, Diclo. Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. Niv.
One quick thing I'll say from a different point of view. I have, and other people may have seen on a mini stream, that they decided to do waves one day. I think it was, and both her and KKC were like, yeah, let's go do waves. And then they were like, oh, we've got to get people together. So that kind of goes away then, because if there is somebody you constantly do waves with, now you've got a chance of doing it as long as you're obviously over top 61. You've got a chance of going out and just saying, hey, do you want to do them? And they go, yeah. And then that's it. Job's done. You're in. You're great. You're golden. You can go. So I think that's a good benefit to waves, because it might actually encourage more people to start doing some of them. And if they do some, they may actually help other people out with the lower ones as well, because they'll be like, oh, yeah, you know what? I'm used to doing waves now.
Yeah.
So there is an engagement factor to me, I think, that comes from it. But yeah.
And that engagement factor is the key. I mean, look, there is something else to discover. So when Beached Whale says, give me something new. Well, this is something new in a sort of sense. It's got an aspect to it that I think would be fun to try and decipher. It means that we can get more mats from Lube to try and figure out what it is. And it's something that we can keep an eye on and see whether it's going to be an enjoyable new aspect to the game. And also, it's not something you need to focus on every single day. The Academy Loop will have way more things. And plus, remember, we've got loads of stuff coming up with the Alliance Tournament refresh and all the other aspects that they're adding to this. Among something that I think Lost In is incredibly going to be happy about. I don't know. We'll see what happens. There are rumors there'll be something tomorrow, but who knows? I have no idea. But it's been mentioned in Official. And then they're asking NetNiv, is there going to be an update on the community mod on Tuesday or sometime next week? NetNiv will probably be updating it Monday night. Is that true?
The mod works with the playtest, so we should be good. It depends on what else comes out though, because obviously it wasn't the release code. So we shouldn't. If you've got a working copy, you shouldn't need it. But plan is to try and get another release out with a few tweaks and stuff that we've done. Nothing major. So if it isn't working for you, always check with it.
Yeah.
And Dundesh asks whether he said Dundesh, but it's also Nigel. Whether we're going to band together.
Absolutely not. I'd never be in the same band as NetNiv. But the key thing is to be aware of is we've talked about Incursions, we've talked about dual ways, we've talked about the 3-tier BP. The Alliance tournaments, we brought up the fact that no task will be removed. So anything that will be added, and no task will be diluted either. Just to be clear, diluted either. Yeah, and that is something to be very, very wary of. So,
Nigel.
Oh no. I was about
what we haven't talked about yet today.
Oh no. Go on.
Is Cruzito on the stage? I'm gonna throw the microphone to Cruzito. Cruzito, can you bring up my favorite topic if you don't mind? I would love to get an update on this. But Cruzito, can you ask Nigel for an update?
Yeah. So.
Oh, we're losing you, Cruzito. He lost his internet connection at the right time.
He has been. No. Sorry. He has been barking about it. I think Loston is probably more attuned to it. But I think we need a sermon from either Loston or if you attended his previous one to give us that on the good old dreaded G5 scrapping.
Well, according to something in Official, they might announce something tomorrow. So who knows? I don't know. Do I know when it's coming? No, genuinely don't. Do I think it's soon? Yes. Do I think it's going to be...
I don't think anybody knows when it's coming. I don't even think Scopely knows when it's coming at this point.
It's one of those things that you go, oh my God, everyone's shouting. Let's throw something else into the mix. So I think it's going to be like a tactical decision. So, Jim, I can see that you might be interested in G5 scrapping. If it were to come, I'm just telling everybody to take a deep breath. Whatever's going to come is never going to be to the level that we suspected it's going to be, because that will be insane. But... yeah.
What if they were holding back G5 scrapping right until there was another thing, but they then release it just so that we go, hey, look at that, we got G5 scrapping, like a little shiny thing.
Yes. And Riskbreaker, I think it's sooner than any of those dates. I think, I mean, it's there. It's what they decide when they're going to do it and when they're going to do it. I don't think there's anything further in it. And we're just waiting to see when they decide when to release it. So I'm hoping soon.
Great. So I need another update as well.
Uh-oh. Go on.
I'm still drinking my coffee out of a paper cup.
Oh, yes. Update. I will send you those links today. I almost finished the second one as well because I wanted to do it all
Ascendancy keeps asking me every day about my pity mugs.
Oh, does he
now?
Well,
we have... Well, you should also have a pity battle pass, one just for KJ. It has nothing in it. You don't win anything. Just there.
Pity battle pass. Are you kidding me? Just like absolutely ridiculous. Pepper, final thoughts?
Yes,
Final thoughts.
I have no final thoughts now. I'm in a wait and see mode at this point. I want to see how it goes. I've said my piece on it. I also made comments already regarding all these different level locks, but that can be a whole nother conversation on a whole different podcast.
Yes.
But for today, I am curious to see how these battle passes work. I wish I could participate in the wave stuff. And so right now I'm in a hopeful wait and see and hope they don't also over what's the word I'm looking for? Overcompensate and trying to fix the incursions again, because I think we're starting to get somewhere that could work for both parts.
Yes, absolutely agree. I think it's one of those things they just need to be careful of. I mean, we've had discussions, there's passionate discussions about incursions, there's passionate discussions about the 3-tier battle pass, but it doesn't sound as bad as it did when only that got released. Do you know what I mean? And that was the key I wanted today to tell people. Just like, I'm not saying it's going to be the greatest thing ever. I'm just saying that what you thought it was and what it is seem like two different things. And now you've just like got a situation to decide of, you know, whether there is choice tokens, whereas there's whatever, whereas there's all these things that are in it. Let's see if the maths, because that's the key, isn't it, Pepper?
Yes. Yep, that's exactly.
Because at the end of the day, you could give us as many battle passes as you want, but if the maths don't math, and then we spend most of our time chasing our tail, going, this is absolutely terrible, we need to get things changed, that I just hope they kick it off with all these changes type aspect that they're going for, with a very good, yes, okay, cool, well, here it is. This battle pass is better, and I hope it's better. And I like the fact that you can just upgrade it for just the difference cost, which means they're not asking you to go ahead and, you know, oh, you've got to spend the extra $50. It's something else. So let's see what it is. If it's good, great. If it's not, then, well, we just don't buy it, and they find a different way to try and do that. Right, Pepper?
We have more to complain about, which this group, we're very good at complaining. So I think we'll be fine.
No, we're not good at complaining. We're good at asking pointed questions. Blue, are you or Jules the one that tracks the nonsense of rewards for the month?
Nonsense of rewards for what kind of? what does that?
I mean, I didn't know how to word it. Okay, I'm at a loss for words lately.
Yes, Monkey Nuts is right. Just so people are aware, and if anyone is from the leadership listening, that the choice rewards being removed, and that will be the thing that is people are worried about. So if you can overcome it by overdoing the amount of rewards that are in there, which means it'll be something that's really important to me. Akaram Jenis says he scares me that there is no preview what's coming for the mid-ops, more so than my questions are all are about also being glossed over. No, Akaram Jenis, I do apologize if I missed your quotes. I've seen it. What is coming up for the mid-ops? Yes, I will give you an answer before we move on. For the mid-ops, Akaram Jenis, is like I told you, it'll now go all the way to Ops 60. So that is something to be clear about. I've got my notes here. Just give me a second while I go through them. It will be a 3-tier battle pass as well. So you have a choice of getting the free trio. It will be 27 days or 28 days like the previous one. You will have a lot of great officers and a lot of great things to do. You remember how you love the Mako? The Mako aspect, that looks like it's something that they're looking into, to bringing a variation of it through as well. And it'll be something.
Do you mean the Crucibles of Makala?
And Crucible? No, it's called Mako. It's something different. It's like a coda for the mid-ops, which is absolutely brilliant. There's loads of stuff that's running that's really good. Also, that they will give you loads of access to quite a few ships to keep an eye on, and those ships are very, very good. That's sort of be coming up. It's and so for those mid-ops people, the Mako is something to look forward to. You'll have more ships to look forward to. I can't tell you what the ships are till they release it. The arc is a very, very good arc, and it's got loads of very, very good things that are coming through. Loads of essential officers as well. You also will be sorted with your de-sealing rods. So you don't need to worry about that in the free section. Yeah, and that'll be something to look forward to. And Jenis, it might run more than once, so just keep an eye on it. But I don't know what they're going to decide to do. But I know that they said Mako was really successful. They want to run it again. And there'll be loads of very different and creative ways of doing sort of material spend, and a very good arc, fun-filled with loads of different things. And in turn, they want to encourage you, and they're going to give you loads of rewards to try and get you up to 61. So keep an eye on it, all the way from 20 all the way up to 60. You guys will have loads of great stuff in there. Vince Martin, the free-to-play will not suffer, because what I can tell you is that if the maths is correct, you will get way more in the free track than you could ever get in 27 days. Because the Flash Pass never gave you resources, you will gain more resources. But for the mid-ups, same thing again. It is something to look forward to, and to do that. I'm going to
Free-to-play will always suffer.
Yes, always suffer, but they will get more than previously. Mako is running right now for the mid-ups between Arc. They turned up the difficulty massively compared to last run. Scott Steiner math, maybe. Advark or Akorim or Janice, if the numbers are high, please DM me. Let me see if I can send it up to the team and have a look at. I have an Ops49 account that I keep an eye on those things for, so I'll have a look at numbers as well and see how achievable they are. But your battle pass is very, very full. It's got very good officers in there with loads of different things and loads of potentials to get other things as well. So Cookie, because the current thing is running to 61 and above, the mid-ups are there. So hopefully that gives some answers to that. Any questions, Janice, Akorim, before we move on to a bit more fun and the fact that KJ will never win anything again for the rest of his life? I'm happy to answer the questions. I don't want to let you out. I'm trying to get to everybody, which is because it's a tough discussion that we just went through. So it's something that needs a bit of time to sort out. Any other questions, bud? The events requiring you to spend G3, G4 to score drive me nuts. Sure, that's something that's a little bit difficult to try and sort out. But yeah, it's fun filled. You know, you'll get the same amount of ships that you get in the previous arcs. And that'll be something. Yep, unless you have the RS stacked up, you can't do them, Lady Command says. Okay, cool. Well, if there are problems with that, just let me know, and we can definitely have a look at it, and something that we can advocate for you on your behalf and push it to the team. Whether they listen to me is one thing, but at least we can put a voice in and send it through that. So please don't be shy to do so, which means we can now finally, KJ, are you ready for marbles? I know how much you love.
Am I ready to narrate saying when I die in marbles? Sure.
Yeah, exactly. KJ's going to be dying in marbles. Scott Steinermas, Lady Commands demanding ducks.
Always die in marbles.
You always die in marbles. Please go onto Twitch. We need the numbers up there, and
I think Crazito said he wanted to donate something from Bandits Print Den. I think he said something like that. I wasn't sure though.
Oh,
Crazito, did you want to unmute and offer a donation for a giveaway?
Exclamation point play while we decide what's going to happen right now. Crisito, any comments or rebuttals?
Nigel, have you got the track up? Because it wasn't showing on stream. That's the question.
Sorry?
There we go. Sorry, it's just appeared on the stream. So I was like, I've asked people to play a little bit early.
No. When I said exclamation point play, I had it on my stream, so I knew it was going to catch up anyway. Come on in, people. Let's join. Let's join. A chance to win.
Notice how Crazito is still muted.
Crazito's been caught out. What's going on? We'll see how that goes. Yeah, a chance to win an STFC Briefings mug to kick us off, and then depending of whether we get high prayer, we can move it up. Exclamation point play. Let's go. While KJ has negotiations behind the scenes with his staff, see whether someone wishes to do that. Brian Racer, any update on the making the sphere less than a one-trick pony? No, not at the moment. KJ should bring a prize for actually predicting when his marble will die. I'd like to give away KJ's microphone. Wow, Lum. KJ.
I mean, no one likes Lum anyway, so he can just kick rocks.
Oh, wow. That sounds like an insult to have. Exclamation point play. Let's go. I'm about to press start for a mug. 1 of 5, unless KJ throws something else in. Here we go. I'm pressing. Chronox made it in. Mr. Tony Sir, Net Nivs made it in. TJ Hooker, Advark is in. Come on.
Did Just make it in?
Sorry, just who?
If TJ wins, it's mine because he's in my alliance. So
yes, well, he's giving away one of your pity mugs, and Duda's Ascendisicut Yar cursed.
Oh, TJ already gave me a mug. Fucking perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Dr.
Oh, you got
Isaac
a prime
making
sub.
it. Expedition for one play. Here we go. The race begins. Mug 1. When will the $100 pack will be? I'll tell you soon. Here we go. We kick it off. The race begins in style. Marbles takes the lead. And we got loads of people I've never heard of before. Orange Zoots is getting the lead. And there is 100 bits by X-Force to try and cause havoc. And someone's almost about to fall to bottom of the track. Everyone's been restarted. Wow, there's a lot of people just died. Netniv, so many died. Like, so many died.
You did.
Just so many people
you
are
also
dead.
had a prime sub from Zanchrist, is it? As well. So
Zanchrist, thank you very much for your prime sub. X-Force with 2 boosted. Mickey the Moose just died. Cottontail's just been thrusted. Mal Reynolds just got boosted. 7 4th Lee just got boosted. Endersword just died. Mariner just died. Lancelot just died. Ascendancy died. JD's died. Oh my god. Xander's has died. John Dress has died. Nuts has died. Jakers. Gray's died. And now we can see people in the lead. Fat Oil. Fato.
Lady Command, I saw your message in Twitch chat. If I owe you something, please reach out to me or Nigel, and we'll make sure you're taken care of.
Yes, 100%. Whatever you're owed. I don't know what wins anyone anyway. King Gaz has taken a lead. Dr. Orange Chef is there. But then we go down to the bottom track where Sim Genie don't hit the bomb. And he avoided it. And he tricked the other people to do it. Little Tim just died. Admiral King Cross died. Pyramid just died. Confianza just died. Wow, loads of people died. There's loads of deaths going on beyond deaths. We are working our way around in this track as we're watching Fatoli. Fatoli's got a chance.
I mean, KJ is still alive here, people.
Oh, guess KJ's still alive. KJ's got a chance here. All he's got to do is not die. But look at this. This is an interesting one.
This is a real game. This is a real race.
Oh,
Let's go.
And what a win by Sim Genie. Sim Genie, you
You
are
gotta be
the
kidding
winner.
me.
Sim Genie, you are the winner of a mug from STFCbriefings.com. Please go to X-Wave Point Discord. Someone put it for her. For them into the chat. Find me.
I am too subscribed, Lum.
On the right-hand side. Find me on the right-hand side.
Ascendancy gave me a sub last week or 2 weeks ago.
Oh, for God's sake. Then DM me, please. Sim Genie, congratulations on your win. O'Hyland got it to second place, or All Hail Gen, if you want the boarding version of it. And we'll see how that goes. Here we go. Chronox in there. Panda Pirate as 4th. Panda Pirate finished, which means something. Where's KJ? KJ, where are you? Why do I have to go really low? KJ, did you even try? Where are you, KJ?
I'm right there. You just passed me. I did not finish.
Go up, you passed him.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Okay. So Sim
Right
Genie,
there.
you have one. Please do send a message saying, yes, you have done it. We'll see how that goes. Oh, God. What's happened now?
Cruzito has been shamed into...
Has he? Oh my God! So
Cruzito has been shamed, and he has purchased a gift card for donation.
Exclamation
thank
point!
you, Cruzito.
Exclamation point! Play for Cruzito gifted bandits.
I mean, if that's all I've got to do to get your money, you've got a lot more coming, baby.
Let's do a prediction, Netniv, as well. There's a chance to do so.
There's only one rule.
Yeah.
KJ can't win.
KJ can't win.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, yeah, exactly. $20 from Bandits Print.
25.
Oh, $25. Wow. Wow.
Cruzito's a big baller.
Cruzito, you've been absolutely Expedition Boy Play to win the Bandits.
He's fantastic, man. It's so fun.
That's so kind of you, Cruzito. Banditsprint.com supports our lovely friend here, KJ. There's loads of great stuff on his website. We'd love to support everybody here. So, Expedition Boy Play, come on and do that. If we can get the hype train, we are on a level 1 sub to get us to level 2. If we can get it to level 10, we will get into the $100 packs and more. So here we go. Wow, Ghost Pepper, thank you so much for your 5 gifted. You've been a sensational panelist today, and thank you very much. Exclamation with my play. Let's go, let's go, let's go. More people can get in here, and more people can get through. We are only 123 subs away as well from our big goal, which is amazing. Exclamation point play. And shall we do a prediction, Netniv, as well? Allow people to predict? Are you on it, Mr.?
Can someone tell me what this open access dialogue means? It keeps popping
right
up.
now.
It's got Nigel's little thing. It says, in order to take advantage of this extension, you first need to grant us access
Yeah,
to
so you
who
can
you
get more drops, so you can get more things you can do to your marbles. So yeah, so there's a chance to do so. You know, as one of these people, I managed to click on one of those things. Come on, guys! Exclamation play. Banditsprintden.com. It's got some lovely stuff. John Q Ghost, you managed to make it in. First time talker. Sojim's in there. Everyone's in there. I'm about to press the button, and here, because the prediction hasn't happened in time because NetNiv is busy.
Do I?
Yeah.
I think I'm in.
Okay, great. 10, 9, 8. Here we go. The race begins. Nemesis, you made it in the right time. NetNiv's ruined it for everybody on this one. But that's okay. NetNiv will be available later on to do it for the next one. Here we go. The race begins. 100 bits or more to cause some havoc. Here we go. Or 50 bits or more to cause some havoc. Here we go. Cheer Dead. Little Tim with 100 bits to try and cause some havoc. You managed to destroy Dundesh, TJ Hooker, Sim Genie, Green Tea, Mad Hatter, John Coast, Tacos Mac. Oh my god. People have been swapped left, right, and center. But out of nowhere is Shivaz. Shivaz is in the lead. Shivaz has gone past the drums. He's gone past the bumps. He's gone past everything. And he's like, haha, I'm going to defeat you. Ah, yes, you are cursed. Because Danhausen's going to win this one. Shivazhausen's got a chance here. Albertron, you just signed. Oh, Highland just signed. Or All Hail Jen, if you want to say it the boring way. Green Tea with 20 boosted. Wow, 1,000. 1,000 bits by Green Tea. Wow, very kind. Causing absolute mayhem.
What does I swapped with someone?
Yeah,
God
exactly.
dang
Something
it.
just died. Everyone that died. Jim P.I. just died. Rachel
What does
just died.
iced mean? I was iced. What does that mean?
Did you guys see that Icarus though? That was just riding along the wall edge.
Yeah,
just, like hoping to get a shortcut.
Exactly, and they failed miserably in every way that way. We're trying to see down there. There's little battles going on. It's Matsu is trying to get ahead, but we're watching the race come. The Lady Command's going, yes, get out. I've got you there. For the managers, I swear. But we were seeing, out of nowhere, Don't Test in Production, strangely, that's kind of obvious, has got a chance to win it, but this has been tested, this track. He's working his way through. Don't Test in Production's got a chance here. It's got to be a big win. He's gone past hole number 1. Can he go past hole number 2? Nope, you failed. You failed miserably. It's really disappointing. Evil XP, no way. No way. Evil
This would
XP
be better
can't
if
win.
the marbles increase in
Who has
speed
a name
every
called
single time
Feet
they touch
Washer?
another marble.
Well, someone that likes feet. Free Feet Washer wins. Feet Washer wins. Feet.
What's your wins, Feet Washer?
Feet Washer, you are a winner of $25.
Is that Quentin?
Oh my god. Feet Washer.
Feet Washer, you gotta reach out to our friend Cruzito on Discord to get your gift card information because it only goes to him when he buys it.
Feet Washer, I wash feet.
I'm saying, hello, I am Feet Washer. I'm here to win your prize.
Yeah, no, he just said.
Yeah. So
he does have a
Cruzito,
message.
Mr. Feet Washer, will be reaching out to you shortly.
So, Mr. Feet Washer, !point Discord into the chat. If you can't get hold of Cruzito, get hold of me, Nigel, right hand side, exec producer. Click on my name, send me a DM, and if I will reach out to Cruzito if needed. Otherwise, if you know Cruzito, that'd be amazing. I'd love you to join our Discord anyway, which will be beneficial to us. Bless you, Feet Washer. Well done on your win. Well, who doesn't clean their feet?
Bless you, Feet Watcher. Come on.
You said who calls it Feet Washer, and he won. Almost like karma defeated you on that one. Feet Washer, get hold of me, please, if that's okay. !point Discord, MJ Hat, if you don't mind putting that. Oh, yeah, no, I can see it. It says tendency. Thank you very much, Feet Washer. Here we go.
Feet Washer says, I wash the feet.
Well, I mean,
of who?
It's
of
obvious.
Why?
I think the pronoun is very important.
Yeah, !point play this.
That was a 10+, right?
1 sub to get us to finish level 3. 10 seconds. 1 sub. Can someone throw it in?
Niv.
Let's do it. 1 sub to get us throw. Anyone can throw it in. Here we go. NetNiv do predictions at the same time. 10 seconds. 1 sub. Anyone want to throw that in? Ghost Pepper did 1 sub. Thank you very much. Go us to the next level. Thank you, Ghost Pepper, for doing that. That gives us a bit of time. Predictions are in. Don't worry, I'll give you the time. !point play, as well as your chance to gamble channel points. We do have the gambling.
No, Nigel. They already had it on the previous round when you asked for it.
Oh, really? Oh, fantastic. Oh,
Yep.
I didn't see it pop up.
And guess who's going to be happy this week?
Oh, no. Who is it? Who?
None other than the Hat Man himself.
Probably none of us. I didn't. Listen. Okay. So I put 10K in. Do you want to know what I got out of that?
What?
10.4.
I put 10K in last week. You know what I got out of that?
What would you
Jack
get?
Shit.
That's normal for you.
Yeah, but this is for a mug. STFCbriefings.com mug. Right, okay. I'm going to press start. Exclamation point play. Let's go. We have 98. We can get 2 more in there, can we? Oh, we got 99. Can we get 1 more in there? We got 100. Yes. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. 101 people in. What a race this is going to be. 50 bits or more to cause havoc. 100 bits or more to destroy 10 people at the same time. Or cause shenanigans in every way possible. And here we go. 50 bits by Little Tim. Trying to cause absolute havoc. He gets boosted. X-Force just died. Joe Work just died. John Ghost just died. Easy as 3-4. Oh, that's really complicated to say. Rep once just died. Twick Match just died. Tony Surge died. Albatron just died. Coach Kirk got swapped with Patui. Evil XP just died. Nay Never just died. Mel Reynolds just died. Ghost Pepper died.
Nigel died.
Just like, oh my God, I died. Cotton tells us that. But Beans Ziod is still ahead. McShiz just died. Oh, Highland just died. Or All Hail Jen, if you want to say it the boring way. MJ Hat just died.
From my alliance.
Who? Oh,
Panda
Highland.
Pirate's dead.
Oh my God, Panda Power's dead. Okay. Done that just died. Killer Cujo's trying to get themselves in there. Loads of people are DMing me. I'll get those DMs at the end of the stream. This battle continues. It's working its way through. Benzoid has got a chance. Look at this. Working his way through. 100 bits by Exports. 100 bits by Brian as well. Trying to cause shenanigans. Rage stuff. And Benzoid got restarted. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Piermere takes the lead. Piermere fell through the hole. You finally...
Damn it, I just died.
Just like Candid Onion just died. Candid Onion's now in the lead. Candid Onion's gone ahead of everybody. Cottontail just got boosted. Mariner just died. Benzoid just died. Cottontail just got boomed. Oh, big time. What a battle this is. But Candid Onion's like, okay, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to work my through the bubbles. The roads on this have not been fixed to cause the havoc that's required. Candid Onion's still in the lead, trying to cause the havoc that's required. Is anyone going to stop Candid Onion from winning this? It's a simple drop. He's just got to go through the hole. Don't circle it. Just go down it. Go down it, nice and easy. Work your way through. Candid Onion's got a chance here. Don't hit the bomb. Don't hit the bomb. Don't hit the bomb. Candid Onion's going to win. Candid Onion's going to win. Candid Onion is... still circling. Candid Onion is the winner, and Confianza right behind him. Candid Onion, you have won a mug from STFCbriefings.com. Exclamation point Discord. I know you know who I am. Find me on the right-hand side, Nigel, exec producer. Click on my name. Send me a DM. You have won a mug. Now you can choose one of the mugs, or you can wait for Tuesday's Starfleet Academy mug. Your choice. That'll be the thing you wait for. Maybe you want to do that. Sammy Stitch, you're finishing. Oh, that's nice. There we go.
Is it going to be a woke mug?
Yes. Well,
it depends on what you fill it with.
Just at the
If it's coffee, it'll wake you up.
Oh, thank you so much, John Ghost, for continuing your sub, and it sends us into the next level. We are 2 subs away from finishing a level 4.
I hate you.
What did Lum say now? Oh, God's sake.
He needs a KJ's ugly mug.
All right, okay. Candid Onion, you have won. Thank you very much. 2 weeks in a row.
This is my ugly mug.
It's like this. It's just like I'm not an ugly mug, a KJ mug. Okay, exclamation point, play into the chat. If we get to finish at level 5, we'll turn it into a T-shirt. But it's a mug for now. 45 seconds, 2 subs.
Oh, whoops! I actually put exclamation point. Lum sucks. My apologies.
So the exclamation point play. 1 minute for the hype train. Yeah, I know. 30 seconds left. If anyone wants to get us up there, 2 subs to get us to the next level, 894 bits. Everyone's been generous today anyway. You have now been non-existent. Duck, who ever tried to do that. Make sure you be following the channel. That's the only rule you need to win a chance to do so. And we will get, this is race number 4. Wow, Little Tim with 5 gifted. Thank you, Little Tim. That's really, really kind of you. Sends us 3 subs to complete the level 5. We're almost there to turn it into a T-shirt, and then we'll finish with... Thank you very much, Crooked. We'll finish with the $100 pack to win for the next arc. So that'll be our next one, courtesy of Paramount Studios. And remember, if you're following on Twitch, you have a chance to win a PC from My Cherry Tree Incorporated. The lower level PC, not the ridiculous PC, but you can upgrade it yourself if you wish. But that's how much as you get for it. Man called Jane, about to press start. Here we go. This is a mug, could turn into a T-shirt in 3 subs time or 1.4k bits. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and the race begins. Is KJ ever going to win? That's the question on everyone's eyes and arms. They're all wanting him to try and at least achieve second place, which will be quite difficult. Sojim is taking the lead here. But Lady Command just went, I'm ahead of you. And Lady Command, you just hit the bomb. You need to avoid the bomb. You're not dying. And the lead's continuing. Ascendancy's gone ahead. Ascendancy's working his way through. He goes past Paradise Alley through the bomb zone. He works his way through, and that is KJ's entrance to the roundabout of happiness. As he goes through, TJ Hooker, you just died a death beyond deaths that have never been seen before. STFC Data Jess is right behind. Everyone's battling.
I have an update from Cruisino.
Yes.
Mr. Feet Washer has been given his gift card.
Mr. Feet Washer has been given his gift card. Thanks, Cruisito, and Evil XP, you just died as we watch you.
Did you just assume their gender?
Just like
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry.
KJ, you need to apologize to everybody here. This is insanity.
Anyone could be a feet washer.
They, them, their Madam Sir Feet Washer has been given their card.
Ascendancy is requesting.
I could be a foot washer.
Ascendancy saying exclamation point cancel KJ. It sounds like that is a thing. KJ, there you are. There you are, KJ. We're watching you as people are racing ahead. As you can see.
I'm in first.
No,
no, I'm not.
No, you're not. There's people right there in the background. I'm pointing to them all winning ahead of you.
Nigel has a button just to blow up your marble.
Somebody's going to donate something to kill me anyway, so what's it matter?
50 bits by Brian Racer, 100 bits by X-Force. Thank you very much. 50 bits by Little Tim. And then McShiz is trying to get ahead, and McShiz, you just died. That was really awkward. I came to you when you died, which is not really great. Brian Racer, you just died. Lady Patu to win for the second time. Lady Patu, no, Lady Patu, why'd you do that? The winner is Brian Racer. Brian Racer wins. Brian Racer wins. Brian Racer wins. What a win for Brian Racer. You win a mug.
I might even call him Racer Brian.
Wait, isn't it Brain Racer?
No, it's Brian Racer. I'm not going to do the Brain Racer thing again. Brian Racer, you win a mug.
It's also Racer Brian.
Racer.
You know, they have different things.
Potato.
Yeah.
Look, 1 + 1 equals potato, right?
It's Brian, okay?
Okay, it's Brian, okay? Right, the fifth race, and we keep going after this for $100 pack for the next arc. Any pack with the word limit on it, bearing in mind what you pick, will decide. You need to decide carefully because it takes a week for it to arrive. $100 pack.
Okay, this one is for sure for me. That elite, mythic, elite, quasi
thing.
Treasure chest is mine, baby.
Oh, John Ghost, thank you so much for your 5 gifted to send us into the level 5 in style. Brian, you just get hold of me for the mug. We'll sort that out with you. You can wait for Tuesday's Starfleet Academy if you're a fan mug, or you can choose any of the mugs that there are in there. So there is a choice to do so. This is for $100 a pack for the next arc. Just bear in mind, it takes a week to arrive, so don't expect the special dude. And also, you can't do the special dude. You can't do anything with a limit. Anything with non-limit, you can receive. Because that's the easiest thing. I don't want to go through the aggro, convincing them to try and do that. Right, here we go. Level 6.
Well, the Elite Battle Pass is limit 1, but that's available the entire time.
Yeah, but you can do the Battle Pass. You can do the Elite Battle Pass, which is very, very good choice to do. So, but the limit 1 stuff like special upgrade thingies or whatever are not available because they've got a time limit on it. Second GS31, yeah, right. Yeah, keep going. Exclamation point play. I'm about to press the button. We have 97 in there. Sounds like only 97 wanted. Even snipers joined in.
You calm down, Brian Racer, brain surgeon.
It's just like
I see you over there.
Have that pack. Nigel just said limited. I bet
this isn't surgery racing, okay?
This is surgery.
Listen.
Here we go. We're pressing start.
I'm being respectful because he could be a brain surgeon, or he or she or they or them could be a brain surgeon.
Just.
Also a racer.
Thank you for sorting out Feet Washer.
Or a racer.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. The race has begun. Dondesh takes an early lead and then dies, and you got a double boomed, but then somebody still survived. Who's staying in the lead? It is the real Sojim. Always real Sojim get there. GW921 just died. Little Tim, you just got boosted. X-Force got boosted. 150 bits by Little Tim. 100 bits by Little Force. Lum, you just died. Kidler Angel just died. Sniper, you just died. And we still got the real Jim is still ahead. We do have a little bit left on this hype train. We've got 4 subs or 2,000 bits, 300. Wow. MJ Hatch, you didn't have to do that. 300 bits to cause booms. And he got thrusted. People got shoved. Goofy just died. Mariner just died. Retrieving just died. Nemesis just died. Killer Cups just died. Simginity just died. Ballyboom just died. Chronix just died. Adverk just died. Oh my God, so many people died. John Drell died. Taco.
Not KJ.
Not KJ. KJ's still alive. Somehow KJ is in the lead. Well, not in the lead. TJ Hooker's certainly not ahead. Kelrick seems to be ahead. Let's have a look over there and see what's going on. This little battle here. Let's see what's
KJ's on the board. KJ's on the board. You see him over there?
Yeah, we can see KJ now. We can see KJ now as everyone's at lead, but KJ's trying to work his way through. Is KJ going to get ahead of everyone?
Why are you right behind me, KJ?
This is real Jim. It's John Ghost has got a chance here. John Ghost, he just died. What a shame. Cottontail just got iced. Darksmith just got dingled. X-Force just threw another 100 bits in to cause havoc. John Ghost has died. Today's a good day to die. Today was a good day to die, literally. The real Sojim, JPCS has got a chance here. The Rep Razant has got there. Surdance. Oh my God.
JPCS just died.
Surdance got a chance here. Surdance. Oh, that's a bomb. You should have avoided the bomb, Surdance. Really sad there. But Cottontail trying to get ahead. Everyone's battling. This is going to be interesting. They come round the final bend. This final bend's going to be a winner from somewhere else. But because of how the race is going, the winner is Fuzzy Triple. Fuzzy Triple, you go win. Oh my God, you missed. Benzoid. Oh my God, you missed again. The winner's Cottontail. The winner is Cottontail with $100 pack for the next hour. Cottontail is.
Damn it.
Cottontail's in my alliance. He wants to give it. He wants to give it to KJ. He's in my alliance. I know he wants to give it to me.
It's just like
wow. He doesn't. Keep dreaming.
Yeah, exactly. Well done, Cottontail. Pyramir was second. Q Dog be lurking. Looks like he's gonna get the. KJ is about to finish. KJ.
No.
KJ just died. KJ just died.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
KJ couldn't even finish third. He just went.
This is the way.
I love you, KJ, but I'm sorry. I love you too, Cottontail. It's okay.
While we're doing
you can be selfish and keep your pack all you want.
Simon says with 5 gifted, which means we continue back to our mugging.
I mean, look at that, KJ, though. You're the top loser.
Just okay, guys. We continue then with another mug. Well done, Cottontail. DM me. And then we'll sort it all out for you for the next arc on Tuesday. Exclamation point play for a mug from STFCbriefings.com. We keep going while the hype train's going. We have 8 subs to the next level. Yes,
Nigel?
Yes?
Well, just while we're getting everybody to go into this race, can I suggest that you turn your attention to your DMs?
Oh, no. Who?
He's been given approval to talk about something else, so we have to stop marbles and go back to the stage.
Wait, I don't see you, Netniv.
No. Wait. Oh, hi. It's been a little slow. Hang on.
No, he just got a PM. They made it trio wave defense.
There you go.
A trio wave defense.
You stopped for this? Oh my God. Okay, I will do something with that. That's quite funny. KJ, I'm gonna.
Yes. Oh God, it was about me.
Yeah, KJ, I'm gonna send you a DM. We do have the official.
I can't fucking wait.
It's just. KJ, we do have the official pack that is available to be purchased soon. Okay, we got 3.
That's it. 99 cents. That's all. That's all it's worth.
That's.
So, who designed this? I want a refund.
NetNiv designed this. 3 minutes. Here we go. Exclamation point play. Let's go for a mug from STFCbriefings.com. You can choose any mug you like. And we'll keep it going. We'll see how it goes. Here we go. I'm about to press start and starting. 10 seconds to go. Chance to win a mug. A chance to win a mug and maybe even give it to KJ as a pity mug, or then take it yourself, or actually get a KJ pity mug, which will be available on Tuesday. And the race begins. Phantom Unicorn. Here we go. The race begins. What a battle. 50 bits or more to cause some absolute havoc in every way possible. Is anyone going to throw some stuff in, or is it going to be a clean race all the way through? The battle continues as we see things go. As Rage Starve is trying to work his way round. Sammy, Stitch is trying to boost themselves. But Cottontail is taking yet another lead going, I can win 2 in a row. They'll be fine. However, just out of nudie, Goofy just got ahead. One of our winners of the $100 Battle Pass in the last one.
Why is Cottontail's ball so sparkly and has a party hat?
Because he is a donator and Killer Cujo's. You just killed yourself. Brian Racer just died.
Without
Just
pity.
died. Ostis just died.
Why is his name Gold?
Even Dr. Iron Chef, bless him, just died. Coach Kirk has died. Yop Sulver, Kevin just died. And Mr. Tony Sir, his car just decided to drive over the hill because he just went, if KJ doesn't win, I don't win. But Goovy's taking the lead.
What suspension?
Just getting ahead. Littleton with 50 bits to try and cause some havoc.
Panda Pirate died.
Simon says.
KJ's dead too. Instant fucking karma.
KJ's karma. KJ, if you just wash your feet a bit more, you might have a chance in this one.
I feel like you can only send a pity mug to KJ if it's gets broken in transit.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the pity mug. How do you know it's a full mug? I mean, it could be just a slightly disused mug. For some strange reason, I've taken the lead, but STFC Data Jess is getting ahead of me. Hey, Jess! Jess missed. Nigel's in their lead. Nigel's gonna win. Oh my God, I'm gonna win. I'm finally missed the hole. I missed the hole. God damn it! No, get through with this. I'm not gonna win, am I?
Wait, Cottontail, you're a tier 3 subscriber to the developer of Marbles?
Yes,
Is that how you get the big gold name?
The second place winner is Nemesis. You have won a mug because I can't win because, it's not fair. Nemesis, congratulations. You have won a mug. You have to be a tier 3 subscriber. I wonder if I've never had
Ghost
a tier 3.
Pepper, a KJ shot glass. That's intriguing.
Oh.
It's freaking rigged.
We can turn this into a drinking game. Anytime my name has a skull next to it, we take a shot.
Oh my God, that's amazing. 30 seconds left on
before the end
this
of Marbles.
hype train. 30 seconds left, and we end it there, and we'll see how it goes. We might try and...
We would never be silver, KJ.
I know, that's the point.
8 subs.
KJ.
Yeah, 8 subs are left. 10, 15 seconds.
For you.
Hey, yo. Here we go, guys. Thank you very much. I think this hype train, we'll see if it dies. And if it does, we will move to our favorite people and we'll see how wonderful things are. What a stream this has been. It's absolutely magnificent. And it's given us loads of fun and discussions that we managed to sort of put together. Let's see where we will raid to. So thank you, everybody, for such a great stream, such a great battle, such a great awesomeness. I'm going to see which one of our friends... Oh, my God. Guys, we have a raid message that we're going to put up. The raid message will be... I'm so excited to raid to this. One of my new friends as well, who's absolutely superb. Let's put the raid message is... Nigel, let's put something a bit fun. Niv, I want as many big numbers as we can so we can help raid and support them. It's another big surprise friend as well. Let's put loads of son of a. Nigel told us to say hi. And then we'll put son of a at the end. Here's the raid message to copy and paste. For everybody, let's raid into her. She's a lovely, lovely person. You're about to laugh your ass off. She's also playing marbles as well, which is fantastic. So let's support someone else and support everything.
KJ can go over to someone else's stream and lose at marbles too.
Exactly, but this time it'll be fun. Let's give her a big round of applause. She's a wonderful, wonderful person. And just tell her she's got to watch Star Trek. Again, everybody, I love you all. What a fantastic stream as we move on. Let's raid with a huge number to just cause her a little bit of havoc and see how she reacts. Ladies and gentlemen, someone else and NetNiv's going to steal from me and pretend somebody else is raiding into. Until next time, goodbye. Raiding!